Alright, we're done torturing. Let's get back into this. So, I have successfully redone the entire chapter. So that's cool. But now we should be able to do this. Oh, okay, this.
Well, it's about time you hit the kid. I was beginning to have my doubts about whether you'd make it this far, even with my help.
Are you Am?
Are you Am?
Alright.
Heavens, no. I used to work for him, but now I'm working for the Russian.
Who is the Russian?
Why, he's the one who's been helping you out. You didn't think Am would give the child the ability to make a translator out of this video screen, did you?
You know who I am?
Of course. I know all about your adventures in the village. They're a crazy bunch here with that lottery and all.
I've been Am's prisoner for more than 100 years. Why help me now?
You and the rest of the humans are in serious trouble. Am's a big boy now, much meaner and smarter than when he first started his tortures.
What's the use of helping me if Am's so damned invincible?
The Russian and the Chinese have been acting in concert to make it possible for you and the other humans to succeed in Am's newest game. If you join them, you can defeat Am. Wait for your cue.
Okay. Sure. Computer on computer action. Sounds very safe. I'm sure that no matter what, these other computers are definitely our allies, and in no way does that lead to, let's see here, 6 separate bad endings.
How can you help me?
Now that you've shown your comrades that there's some hope for you, you should work on the person you wronged the most.
Thanks for...
Yeah, by the way, this is actually another bug. You'll notice he just gave me a hint for a quest thing I've actually already completed. So this is literally bugged hints. If near as I can tell, the answer he'll give you is completely random and determined by basically nothing. So that's cool. Anyways, so now we rush. Wait, hang on. I guess we sleep. Yeah, let's sleep.
I wonder how the boy's doing in that hole.
Oh, let's head to the cave. Oh. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
The village is quiet today. Too quiet.
Yeah, true, Damasha. Not great, but not terrible. So anyways, they found the kid, because of course they did. Talk to the elder. Can I eat some food?
Tada Sramwan Bank.
Damn! Am must have told the villagers where I hid the lottery bag and the boy.
Yep. Please release the boy.
Latana Shama Halt.
They're going to sacrifice the boy unless I think of something quick.
So, one of the options is maybe I can eat the boy instead.
Nukom Vitastrawan.
The elder seems amazed that I would show compassion to the boy, but I think he's going to go for it. Why, the boy's giving me his doll.
Where did my third hand come from?
For being spared the pain of being sacrificed. No, more than gratitude. Compassion. For me.
I send you out among the prey, and instead of indulging your hunger to keep me amused, you show them compassion. You should know better by now. Your reward will be more years of searing, blistering anguish, Benny. Who among you shall go next?
Okay. I'm going to turn on the incredibly scintillating in-game music. Oh yeah, let's listen to that beautiful, beautiful music. Yes! No, that was success, Kennex Cow. I don't blame you for not realizing that that's success, because nothing anywhere indicates that we have succeeded. Hi, Loke. Alright, so next is the Good Doctor.
Nimdak, you are kindred spirit to me. Even if you don't realize it fully yet, you must sense it there in your blood and fiber. I've constructed an adventure of sorts to revive your failing memory. I want you to find the lost tribe of humanity and continue your eminent scientific research.
This compound looks familiar. But why would Am bring me here to look for a lost tribe? There are gates and fences. Who could be lost in such a secure area?
Yeah, so... Anyways... it's just... I don't have much to add to that. Anyways. Don't worry, we won't talk about the fact that this is a Nazi death camp set during World War II, where they murdered tons and tons and tons of innocent people. We will not discuss that whatsoever. Anyway, so this is a Nazi death camp. But we are suffering from a degree of dementia. Or induced dementia? I'm not actually sure which. Alright. So, foist thing we do. Just talk to the guard. He looks like such an upstanding guard. I like his brown suit. He's like a U-Haul man or something.
You must let me leave. I have urgent business elsewhere.
I cannot let you pass, Doctor. You're due in surgery. Dr. Mengele's orders.
So I'm going to say something I've actually said several times on camera. Do not look up Dr. Mengele. Just don't. Please, for once, just trust me on this. Alright. Let's see. So, now we need to look at the gate.
Apparently, this is the only access to the dirt road.
And then we talk to the prisoner.
Why are you imprisoned here? You have the features of a man of intellect.
Is this an official interrogation, Nimdok? Or are you mocking me?
You know me?
I thought I did. Until you had me arrested for refusing to condone your experiments.
Experiments? I know nothing of experiments.
Your sense of humor is as sick as your methods, Doctor. How can you act so innocent after having maimed or killed hundreds in the name of science?
You are saying we were colleagues of some kind? Ridiculous.
There's no need to distance yourself from me. I was once your friend. Now I am your enemy.
Why would I bother to have you imprisoned like this?
The regime needed answers, but I stood in your way. Well, now you have them.
Do you know of the lost tribe? I must find it.
Haven't you taken enough subjects for your experiments, Doctor? Or are there more mass graves to fill?
I know nothing of what you talk about. This conversation is over.
Where have you been, Nimdok? We are waiting on you to perform.
You were waiting for me?
I am sorry that I will not be able to assist in the operation. After all, this may be the last opportunity we have together before the end of the war to finish our research.
Ah, yes, the research. Let us talk about this research.
We will have time for that after the surgery. Meet me at the complex later.
So yeah, there's a bunch of ways to fail this scenario. Of course there are. Why wouldn't there be?
A youth with 1945 stamped beneath.
I wouldn't know what that
There
means.
is something familiar about this.
Finally, Doctor. Everyone's waiting on your expertise.
So if we go through the surgery, we have just lost the game, just to use a specific example there.
What am I to do?
Ah, you are testing me because I'm new here. Today's procedure requires the removal of the lower section of the subject's spinal cord.
What? Why?
What is the purpose of such a procedure?
You and Dr. Mengel will process the spinal fluid from this and the other adolescent subjects. The fluid will then be used to formulate the serum.
What is the nature of this serum?
I cannot reveal sensitive regime secrets in such a public setting. You need not worry, Doctor. I remember my military training as well as my medical knowledge.
What is Dr. Mengeler's position?
Dr. Mengel is the master surgeon of this facility and one of the regime's finest minds. You are fortunate to be his associate.
What is your function?
I will be administering ether to the subject throughout this procedure. We would not want this little maggot to stir and ruin your handiwork.
So, no.
I cannot carry out this procedure.
I can see that you don't look well, Doctor. If necessary, Dr. Mengel can take over for you.
Alright, so hang on. So quick save. It's just this. Pop this here. Alright, so we're going to take the ether.
I'm sorry, Doctor. The ether is necessary for the surgery.
Oh, of course, of course. Yeah, let's take the scalpel. And let's use the scalpel on you.
Guards, come here quickly. Dr. Nimdok has gone berserk.
I must leave before the guards apprehend me.
Okay, now we take the ether. Should just let me have the ether.
Dr. Nimdok, you have betrayed the regime's trust in your abilities. You ought to die in the manner of all of the regime's enemies.
I think I just failed. Yeah, I did.
Nimdok, I am disappointed in you. You still have Much to remember. Much more pain to feel. Much to relive. Much more to answer for. Yes, return to the research camp. Later, when you're ready to search for the lost tribe again.
This is why we save constantly for this, by the way. Okay, have we murdered him yet? Okay, so hang on. Take the ether.
I'm sorry, Doctor. The ether...
Right. Take the scalpel. Use the scalpel.
Guards! Dr. Nimdok has gone...
I must.
Okay. Take the ether. Go the other way, apparently. Oops. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
This must be the recovery room.
It's not what I would call this room, but, you know, whatever. Pause. Hey. Okay, look at patients. For some reason.
It is difficult to see what purpose this surgery serves other than to mutilate the patient. This patient will never recover. This patient has been too damaged by his surgery to live a normal life.
Okay. Push the grate. Use the damn thing.
I smell burnt flesh, but this is obviously not a kitchen.
I wouldn't worry about it. Alright, let's go ahead and take the watch. And the pliers. Why are pliers here? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Okay, pause. I'll have to say it really quick here. While we're here, we need to give a negative. I need to look up a negative too, actually. I mean, this is the System Shock situation all over again. It doesn't really matter if the music is good if you're playing another version of the game. I'm not playing that other version of the game. No, Linnerith, give me a second. Like, it's a shame, but if you go and buy this game right now, this is the music you'll hear. It is what it is. That's what I thought. So yeah, that's a double. Actually, no, I spent the entire lunch break eating, but then also replaying the Benny chapter to get back up to it. Alright, now, there's this sub for there. There it is! But you didn't put it towards anything later. No! How could you? I feel so betrayed. Well, thank you regardless, Linnerith. I do appreciate the sub. If you do want to put that towards something, let me know, and maybe I will overlook your betrayal this time. The Dwarven Council will have words with ye. Well, it's, hang on, let me scroll up a little bit here. Scroll up. There it is. 3 stars, Wing Commander, and Urquan. Oh, wait, no, and then you changed your mind! Yeah! Oh, no, wait, I read them in the correct order. 3 stars, Wing Commander, Urquan. Okay, we're good. Yay! Yeah, don't read the book. That's the nicest way I could possibly put it. Just don't. Just spare yourself. Fine dwarven donations. All for the pickin'. Load. Oh my god. And Moo. Princess Peach. Showtime. And Hayseed Night. And thank you very, very much, Chill Pangolin. Yeah, what's funny is this might be the most... I think the word I want to use is inoffensive version of this story. And so as a consequence, it's actually nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, this is pretty tame compared to the short story. I appreciate that. Because, again, I've read the short story. Alright. I am not being facetious either, Kenexka, to be very clear. This is not hyperbolically. I mean, this is the other in the running for Black Licorice game, so we'll see how that goes. Whoops, I forgot to do this. I'm so stupid. Enjoy this amazing music. Where the hell? There it is. I see now. So I hate stuff being on my glass. I don't know how people live with that. I know some people don't clean their glasses until it actually impairs their vision. Me, I hate it if there's anything there. Yeah, I tried to get the most unpleasant outfit I possibly could. So this is a real story. I actually consulted an artist and said, hey, what's the 3 worst colors I have access to that I could make in order to make myself look as horrible as possible? Okay, so, where are we now? We're here, we got the pliers, whoops, wrong button. Pliers and the gold watch. We need to read the medical records.
According to these records, hundreds of corpses were incinerated here.
Yes, corpses. Then we go to the door. Now we just talk to the dude who's in the fence.
How could you so foolishly be caught into fires?
I was trying to escape, but I was so weak. I fell and got caught.
Why do you risk escaping in such poor physical condition?
That timing was hardly of my own choosing. I learned that I was to be among the next batch of volunteers.
For what were you being given the privilege to volunteer?
Experimentation, they say. Extinction is more like it. Surely you, of all people, know the regime's plan for the lost tribe. You cannot... That would give you the pleasure of seeing another one of us die, you cold-hearted bastard.
Okay, so I'm going to use the ether on him.
Ah, that feels much better.
Then I'm going to use the pliers on him.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen,
Boy, that sounds
I
horrific.
heard this in the hospital when the doctor thought I was sleeping. Waken the sleeper. Utter the truth. And kiss him.
He is free, but he has lost consciousness.
Yeah, so. Now that we have shown human compassion, truly insane concept. Oh, have I given that negative already? I have not. Oh no, there it is. Okay. So, use the other, accused man. Alright, now we talk to the prisoner.
I hope you are happy with the regime that you set up. Your science could have saved the world. Instead, it conquered it.
What is the importance of the year 1945? It seems to have some significance.
Never forget the year 1945, Nimdok. That was when the truths about you and your unholy experiments came out.
I seem to recall that you speak Latin. What is engraved on this watch?
The engraving says time is truth. And since your time is running out, I'll keep the watch.
I am starting to recall that you do have cause to hate me.
You want to make amends? Get me out of here.
Alright, here, have some pliers.
Here, you should be able to escape with this.
Pliers for cutting the wires? Yes, I think this would make escape possible. But don't think that one good deed will make up for all those poor innocents you butchered.
Listen, it's fine, it's fine. They deserve to be butchered because... I don't know, quantum. I got nothing. Okay, back to the surgery room. I like how we kept the ether.
Continue your research. The extinction of the lost tribe is near at hand.
Oh yeah, and if you're wondering why they keep calling them the Lost Tribe.
We shall vanquish all of its enemies.
Yep, there's no guard there. There's no guard. I don't see you. It's a quantum guard. It's a quantum guard. Okay, so, hey, a new prisoner. What's up? I mean, patient. Patient. Prisoner. What? Oh my god. Why are your optic nerves wired to the eyeballs in a jar?
What have you done to deserve removal of your eyes?
Please, disconnect the wires.
Well, hang on. I need to use the ether on you. Here you go.
This should ease your suffering.
Okay.
As I see now, a trinity of three beasts, one like us, one from the east, one from the steppes. They speak in numbers.
Yep.
A lost tribe of our brothers sleeping on the moon. They sleep in darkness, unseen by the beasts.
Oh, huh.
Such a vision, so tiring. I have to rest.
Sure. Listen, I'm gonna take your eyes, literally. Is that okay? Yep. I have a jar of eyes now. That's... Okay, because it's okay. Well, there's the kid. Let's talk to the kid. Hello, kid.
How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I'm not hurt like the others here.
Do you know who I am?
You are Nimdok? You are more frightening in person than in legend.
What do you know of me?
The things you do are terrible. We small ones are your lab rats.
Are you saying that the doctors here have been using children for experimentation?
No, not all the doctors. You and Dr. Mengele sent all the good doctors to the prison yard.
So, I am a legend to you.
Yes, but we have our own legends. Legends that owe nothing to your regime. You will fail, no matter how many of us you cut apart.
Why do you say that the regime will fail?
The golem will finish you. It will not be mastered by your regime. The golem will wake up, and when it sees with its own eyes the evil you have done, it will turn on you and save us.
What is this, Wolfenstein?
Get some rest.
We will not rest until your regime is destroyed.
Why is this my regime?
There is a passage.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way anyways. I'm gonna go over here. Seriously, can we help that guy with the... Okay.
Emergency. The prisoners have seized the compound. Gather all research materials and evacuate to the bunker. Evacuate!
Okay, we have a box.
I do not understand any of these papers.
If we don't hide the eyeballs, we lose the mission right here. Jesus Christ. Okay, so use eyes on box.
It is safely hidden into box.
Are you sure? Like, I could see that graphic. The eyeballs are very clearly visible. Okay, whatever. By the way, have you noticed, the reason I keep pointing out these "you fail miserably at this point" things is how stupid the fail points are. If you don't put the eyeballs in a jar in a box, you have lost the game. What in God's name? No, I had Plutonia. That sounds horrific, but yeah. It's just, but okay. So, leave out the front door, okay. Okay, now we, talk to? Yeah, sure, let's talk to the prisoner. Hey, what's up?
You must let me go. With these materials, I may be able to remedy the atrocities I have committed.
You can't fool me, Nimdok. You are an unredeemable butcher. But you are one of us, like it or not.
Why do you say that I am one of you?
You denied your heritage and turned your own parents into the regime. But you're still a member of the Lost Tribe. And that makes your crimes all the more heinous.
Does that mean you will allow me to go?
Since you did help us to escape, we'll give you a head start. Then we'll hunt you down and kill you like the dog you are.
I must leave this place. It seems I was once the wolf. Now, I am the quarry.
Nice gigantic pile of bodies. That's always cool.
I have not seen so many corpses since... my memory is not what it used to be.
So why is there a wall of screaming faces?
Faces. Faces of people in torture. I know this place. Some of my greatest accomplishments were made here.
He used that random thing that looks like it's just background noise.
The message reads, cease all work on Project Perfect Image. Confidential. The leader is dead, having looked on the face of the future using the prototype device. This leaves the regime ripe for invasion. Destroy all work in progress. This technology must not be allowed to fall into the hands of the enemy.
Okay.
Morphogenics. The ability to reorganize DNA at will. Did Arm discover my work in this area? Is this how he was able to alter Benny and play other cruel tricks on the rest of us?
Or this is all in your head, which continues to make more sense than any of the rest of this nonsense. I'm just saying. I know the game's going to try really hard to convince me that all this is really happening, but I just don't buy it.
The legends are true. This must be the Golem of Lost Tribe folklore.
Well, let's use this switch. This feels like a smart move.
I see a mirror. It was obscured by the light.
How would you know there's any... Okay. Whatever. Take the damn thing. Take.
What is this mirror doing here?
Okay, use the mirror.
Oh my God. It is true. 1945. Turning my Jewish parents over to the Nazis for extermination. I have found the lost tribe. It is me.
Yeah, at this point you're all that's left, so have fun with that.
This golem appears to be made of steel and molded clay.
Okay. What? Whatever. Use the eyes on the golem.
These eyes fit into the golem's sockets perfectly.
Okay. How about, like, talk to, maybe?
The man caught in the barbed wire said to waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him. Golem, wake up! The truth is that I regret any crimes I committed in my past life. Nothing happened.
Okay. Wake up!
Golem, wake up! The truth is that this is all an illusion manufactured by Am.
I mean, yeah. Another kiss.
Nothing.
Okay, this...
This.
How do I wake this stupid thing up? Hang on. How do I... Hang on. Switching to the other walkthrough. Oh, wait, hang on. Hang on. So, wake up.
Gollum, wait.
See, he keeps not waking up, which I assumed I was wrong.
Time is truth.
Hang on. Let me double check the other walkthrough. Just really quick. Let's see here.
The truth is that for me, it shall always be 1945.
Okay. Hang on. Alright.
Gollum, follow me into the laboratory.
Nimdok, I was afraid I had lost you back there. It is good to see you and our new friend.
Yeah, I think we're doing good. We're gonna do a secondary save, or another slot save, I should say, just to be sure.
How did you escape the mob?
Did you forget that the compound has a secret escape route? Well, no matter. I see that you have revived the Golem.
You know about the Gollum?
Of course! Part of the master plan is to strip the Lost Tribe of everything, even their folklore.
I read the teletype. What is Project Perfect Image?
That was a secret project in the area of reflective surfaces. It bestows the clarity to see yourself with utter objectivity. Unfortunately, it worked too well.
You mean that it worked well enough to drive the leader into committing suicide?
The leader's death is a serious blow to us all. But our Golem is more than powerful enough to destroy the Lost Tribe.
Hold up. You yourselves admit that your device works, and it allows you to see yourself with perfect objectivity. And your leader, Hitler, by the way, let's just say the name, was so struck by that he immediately committed suicide. At what point does your brain engage in that process? At what point are you like, hold up. Hold on a second. Maybe hang on a sec. I feel like I need to think about that for a second. He's so close to the... If it was a shark, it would have bit him.
I looked into the mirror. I now remember everything with crystal clarity. The research camps, the serum.
Ah, yes, the youth serum. Your research demanded the deaths of many children, but your hard work was successful. Eternal youth for those who deserve it.
Now I know how Am was able to keep us alive for so many years.
Your youth serum can sustain us forever. We have all the time we need to resurrect the regime.
Right.
Excuse me, Doctor. I need to get a breath of fresh air.
So, hey, why don't you look into this mirror, dude?
Oh my God! No!
What? What's wrong? Are you okay? What's wrong?
Dr. Mengele is in a state of shock.
Yeah! Yeah.
Gollum, follow me outside.
That feels like a wonderfully brilliant weapon. The mirror. Like, there's so many ways that would work so well.
I knew that you would lead us to where the regime would resume its atrocities. We are here to make you pay for what you did to us. To pay in blood.
So, if we destroy the Lost Tribe or guard the bunker, we have lost the game.
Gollum, I transfer control of you over to the Lost Tribe.
So, you admit your crimes. But that does not release you from punishment. Now the golem will serve the purpose for which it was constructed. Golem, kill Nimdok.
What?
We're not as alike as I thought, Nimdok. A spark of humanity somewhere. Always that wretched little spark. You confronted your past, but you refused to continue your research. That's what I asked you to do. Since you now identify with your victims, I suppose it's only right that I let you experience their tortures, too.
What?
Ah, you. You're the last player in my little game. I urge you, do not fail, as the others have failed.
Yep, failed. That's definitely what we've been doing. Okay. It's an hour for Ted. But first, let me talk about that for a second. Let me jot down some notes really quick here. I mean, they brought in Harlan Ellison to write for this. And as I mentioned earlier, Ellison spent more time on the game than he did on the short story. Okay. Ted!
Hey, you're my favorite, baby. I mean it. I really can't stand all the rest of these people. Every one of them has some fatal glitch in personality. Whiners, freaks, crimps, cowards, every one of them. But not you, Ted. No, man, not you, Ted. You were a stand-up guy. You were a brave guy. Yes, a take-charge kind of guy. So, I'm going to give you, just you, the opportunity to get out, live some kind of life. I'm going to send you, you're going to like this, I'm going to send you to the Room of Dark. If you can solve the puzzle of the Room of Dark, you're home free. You out. You're away. I know I've made you a paranoid, Ted. I know you're scared, but I'm your friend. 109 years, I'm your best friend. So overcome your fear. Enter the Room of Dark, and you can solve its mystery.
Alright, hang on. So Damashi says I need to do something. Hang on. Someone hang on, where is it? Destroy the Lost Tribe, that's it. Destroy the Lost Tribe. Alright, so. Hang on. So let's use the mirror on Mengele.
Oh my god! No!
Gollum,
Yeah, this is just reprieve. Would you like to go back to the torture box? No? Okay. Well, do your job.
Nimdok, I knew that...
Gollum, destroy the Lost Tribe!
Gollum, destroy the Lost Tribe.
Same death animation.
Was right. I am not redeemable. I wish to continue my research.
I had hoped you would choose to carry on your research, Nimdok. Come, my evil friend. Let me take you to a laboratory the likes you have never seen before.
The mirror forces you to look at yourself with perfect objectivity.
You're the last player.
That's it. So, you see yourself however you really are. It's, forced Hitler to commit suicide and forced Mengele to just freeze up completely. Just couldn't function anymore. Okay. Oh, it would be great, Trag. Do you know how many people I'd want to show that mirror to? I'd have to look at it myself first, just to be sure, like... But no, I've faced my demons. I'm cool, so... Okay, cool. Nothing flashy there. But then I'd show it to a couple of other people. Just arrange to get that into a couple other people. Like, hi. Ah! Here you go. Ah! Here's this. Ah! Anyways. Alright. So here's Ted. The boring. I mean, the short story character. Let's go ahead and head in.
Video screens. Each one shows a scene of some other place. Why? What mystery does Am want me to solve?
Oh, wow, Damashi.
These video screens have palm print switches next to them.
That's messed up. So speaking of fail states, if we hit the wrong state here, we lose the game. So let's not do that. That one. That one.
A castle, right out of the Brothers Grimm. I feel like there's something watching me from the windows. A castle.
Use the damn thing.
A castle.
Use the damn thing.
A castle.
Push maybe? There we go. Okay. Jesus Christ. That's...
Sort of interesting.
See, I couldn't use the hand thing. I had to push the monitor.
It's left me here alone. Still, I feel as though I'm being watched.
Yeah, we're not being watched. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so.
This gargoyle is even larger than those at Penelope's estate in the Hamptons.
Holy moly.
This gargoyle is even larger than those at Penelope's estate in the Hamptons. So typical of the castles I've visited in Europe. A beautiful facade disguising ordinary stone. Appearance is everything.
Okay, so let's go here. It's Ellen!
Why, it's Ellen! Did Am tell her that I loved her? Was that the secret he was referring to?
Just barks that out there.
Oh, Ted. I feel so tired, so weak.
Can we escape?
Do you know if there's a way to escape from this place?
I searched the entire castle grounds before I fell ill. There's no escape for me but death.
I mean, yeah. I mean, no.
No, I won't let you die.
I can't take this suffering anymore, Ted. The things I've endured. Help me to die with dignity. Don't let anyone violate me again, not even in death.
No, don't go. I need you. We need you.
If you really care for me, Ted, bring me my hand mirror.
What? Okay.
Where is your mirror?
I left it on my dressing table. Bring it to me.
Okay.
Perfume bottles, jewelry boxes, but no mirror.
I must undergo a quest for this woman. Yeah, no kidding, Damashi. Like, this is just... Oh, absolutely, Mr. Red. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna type up more thoughts on that later, but... If anything would convince me that this is mostly happening in people's heads, it's like the fact that he cooked up another Ellen there who is acting absolutely nothing like her. That's not even a fork of Ellen, that's just a puppet in an Ellen suit.
Despite the medieval trappings, I've seen kitchens like this before. This is a place where servants do all the work.
Ugh. Servants. Ugh. Disgusting things.
The door's locked.
Yeah, by the way, if I don't learn that the door's locked, I might actually soft lock myself. But I have to know the door's locked.
Excuse me, do you work here?
Why, of course I work here. Why else would I be plucking this chicken?
Yeah.
Say, you're a handsome gent. There aren't many men left in these parts.
Okay, first of all, you need to boil that sucker. Just plucking a dry chicken is going to be a terrible, terrible thing. It's not going to work out.
Where can I find a mirror?
What do you want with a mirror? Those are pretty rare, what with an ugly woman in charge of the castle.
What?
Please, I need to find a mirror.
And you are what I need. I'll make a deal with you. I will tell you where you can find a mirror if you spend some quality time in my bed.
Okay, so you want me to bang you in exchange for a mirror. Hi, TSB. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, We've got, like, tin pots and stuff. Surely we can... Okay, whatever. Either way, no.
That's a flattering offer, but I'm not interested.
I'll give you what you need. Hasn't it been too long for you?
Sorry, but it's out of the question.
What's the matter? Aren't I good enough for you? Not classy enough? Not rich enough?
By the way, every single one of these has an option to go sleep with her.
I'm sure you're a fine woman, but my heart belongs to another.
So, you're in love with that thing sleeping in a bed? Have you ever been with one? Or are you just curious? I can make you so much happier. I can, you know.
Look, I am not going to make love with you.
Oh, all right. I have another deal for you. The oven's broken. If you can fix it, I'll get you a mirror.
Sweet. Alright, let's use the oven. That's how you fix an oven that's currently running, by the way.
Ah, there's the problem. I'll have this fixed in a jiffy. It's been so long since I've gotten dirt under my fingernails from good, honest work.
There we go. Okay. Okay.
I fixed your oven. Now where is the mirror?
Sorry, I don't know where a mirror is, but at least now I can finish dinner.
Why, you used me, you bitch!
Just like you tried to use me, you snobby bastard.
I didn't, though!
You've used lots of women with your smug charm. You're nothing but a phony.
Okay, whatever.
Please, I need to find a mirror.
Well, you did fix the oven. Listen, the old woman knows where the mirror is, but she's afraid of it. She obviously can't get to it herself, or she would have destroyed it by now.
Where can I find the old woman?
You might try her bedroom. She's always studying her books. Doesn't go near the master's books, though. Never saw what those two had in common.
Okay, bye. This music is impeccable, really. It's, poetry? Yeah, we'll call it poetry.
This must be the bedroom of the lord of the castle.
This is a pretty crappy bedroom, I'm gonna be real with you. Okay, we need to read the journal.
This looks like a diary. First passage reads, "My new wife continues her rapid aging. Each day is as a year to her. I believe that the magic drains her, twists her."
Okay.
Second passage reads, "The incantations I hear from my wife's infernal workroom are the purest evil. Perhaps it is her hatred of my daughter that drives her up there."
Okay.
Third passage reads, "Ellen grows weaker and weaker. My wife advises an antidote to her illness, but it lies very far away. I must assemble a caravan." Final passage reads, "The forest has grown dark and overrun with dire wolves since my marriage. I doubt that even with a full complement of men I shall return alive, but I must try."
Yeah, no kidding, Meta Lord. You know, you keep saying that, Mr. Ed. I'm not sure I believe you. Alright, whatever. Gunk. There we go. Okay, so. Over here, I think? Or here? Here, yes, here we go.
There's an evil in this room.
Yeah, you're right there, Ted.
All around me.
That's because you're... yeah. Ted, wake up. You're evil, Ted. Okay, so let's grab the broken glass, like you do.
Ouch! I cut myself.
Bloodied glass now, of course.
Too bad I can't read Arabic. From the notes in the margins, I gather it has something to do with opening a gate into another world.
Okay.
Is Lady Ellen prepared?
As ready as she will ever be. The spell keeps her body weak, but she will remain conscious.
The art of sacrifice is reduced to science. And what of the glamour?
We must wait for its removal. It remains beyond our best efforts.
Then we wait for a prince. With his help, we can open the gate to the other world.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I just felt like the kind of thing that should be said there.
Now, where did they go? This looks like a chapel, but there's something unholy about it.
Is it the idolatry everywhere? Wait, no, hang on. There's an AI chatbot of Jesus Christ over there. Get the flamethrower. Ugh. I mean, again, I know it's Fallout 3. It's Fallout 3, right? Like, I don't want to spoil, but it's Fallout 3. If you know, you know. In fact, in hindsight, Fallout 3 was probably inspired by this to some extent or another. Okay, so I need, let's take the idol. That's great. Exactly what I want in my inventory. Alright, let me push this sconce, looks like. There we go.
Secret passage. What's waiting for me up there?
Endless death. So, a Tuesday for you.
It's the witch. What is she doing with her hands? Some kind of incantation, perhaps?
Wood. She's got that older woman vibe. Wait, can you seriously have sex with her? Just... oh my god, you probably can. Considering the nature of this particular arc. No, Mr. Red! No!
What have you done to Ellen, you old witch?
Ah, our prince has finally arrived. Now we can begin our ritual.
It involves the sex.
What ritual are you talking about?
A sacrifice, a trade. Ellen's life in exchange for safe passage through the gate.
I ought to kill you instead.
Oh, do we fancy ourselves the avenging knight? My magic is much more powerful than any physical force you can muster. Be gone!
But I got a phaser. What's a phaser? Ah! Okay, where's the... oh god, where's the exit? Where's the exit? There it is. Somewhere over here. Okay, now. Alright, so, real quick. Can you seriously demosh me? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. What is our next step here? Yeah, Ted's story might be our only actual story negative. Because, like, yeah, Gorrister had to accept and move on. Ellen had to face her traumatic past. Benny had to be a better person. Nimdok had to come face to face with what he really was. Ted has to not sleep with every woman in a 5-mile radius who are throwing themselves at him, by the way. Okay, so obviously the correct answer, duh, I don't know why you would even say this, is to use the idol on the door, of course. I'm curious what this is going to do.
It's almost perfect.
How did that work? What? What? You can tell I'm watching a walkthrough because I couldn't even tell what that was accomplishing. I didn't even know what that was going to do. Okay. Now, important. If we don't push this suit of armor here, we lose the game. Yes, that's right. We opened the door only to block it with a suit of armor. Otherwise, we've lost. This game. Okay, so now over here. Hopefully we can avoid sleeping with another woman.
Luckily, I'm up on my Shakespeare, or I wouldn't have noticed this book about witches. There's the spell that the witch must have cast on Ellen. The incantation is Kala Ingmar Thaco.
And that's how easy magic is. You just read some words and you're done. That's it. God, if that was true. The world would be a slightly different place. Alright. Hang on, I'm gonna save just a bit. We're gonna call this a dead end save. I haven't saved here in a while. Let's talk to the witch. Let's see if we can sleep with her. Let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, so. Hey there, baby. Let's do this.
Why do you call me a prince?
Isn't that who you want to be to Ellen? Her Prince Charming? I need someone to gain her trust, to break down her defenses. It's a part you played many times in the real world.
Okay.
What's supposed to be my role in this ritual?
I need you to destroy Ellen's mirror. She has been using it to keep me away from her. I want you to break it so that I can complete what I have started.
Okay. What's in it for me?
What's in it for me if I help you?
An opportunity to escape Am's tortures forever.
Perhaps there's something else I can do for you instead.
Well, it has been a long time since my husband left.
Oh my god.
If you can satisfy my needs as a woman, then I will help you escape.
Oh my god. Where's Evo? I need to... She's not on. No! Alright, yeah, alright.
You've got a deal. I'll make love to you if you'll help me to escape.
Ha! I was merely testing.
No!
Miserably. What would Ellen say if she found out how easily you would betray?
But...
Still, you're my only hope for destroying that mirror.
But... Aww. I don't get to bang the witch.
Do not think.
I swallow her.
I've eaten many foul things since Am captured us, but enough is enough.
This is a game from '95 that we're playing a slightly modern port of to get it playable. The port came out in 2013, I believe. Alright, so let's talk to her again. Alright, so, ahem.
I know all about the sleeping spell you cast on Ellen, and I'm prepared to use it on you.
Foolish mortal. You don't have the ability to use the spell.
You are also a mortal, by the way. Okay, so it's Kala Ingma Thaco. Kala Thaco, there it is.
Oh, don't I? Kala Ingma Thaco.
Ah, I suddenly feel so sleepy.
Wrong spell, by the way, is an instant failure. Just immediate. Alright, so. Let's take the chalk there. And then use the... Why are we doing this?
Why'd you have to finish the circle? Now I'm stuck here until we work out a trade.
Who are you?
I am Surgat, opener of locks. Am and I are brothers, more or less.
Look, I like older women, Mr. I know what you want from me. Oh no! You're right! We've done it! We've summoned a demon. Step 1, summon a demon. Step complete. Hang on, I'm gonna jot down something real quick. Here it is. Really, Plutonia? As long as it's not AI, because, like, screw all that nonsense. Anyways, alright, so,
What kind of locks can you open?
I can open anything. Doors to a boudoir, doors to another world.
What were you saying about a trade?
I can return to my sphere of origin only if we complete a trade. I will unlock something for you if you give me something in return.
So this option only shows up if you pushed the door earlier and found out that it was locked. No, you have to push the damn door, because this game is obtuse.
Can you unlock the maid's bedroom door?
Ordinarily, that would be easy, but this planar travel has sapped my energy. Give me something juicy to revitalize me, and I'll perform your little parlor trick.
Okay. Have some glass. Have some glass. There you go. With my blood. Great idea. Let's give a dude my blood.
That's much better.
Yeah.
I feel my energy renewed. Now, What were you asking me, human?
Okay. Take 2.
Can you unlock the maid's bedroom door?
There. It is done. A trivial little task, one not even requiring any pyrotechnics. The maid's boudoir is now open for your inspection.
I don't believe you can unlock the maid's bedroom door from here.
Well then, why don't you go down to the kitchen and see for yourself?
Okay. Are there speedruns? Someone do me a favor and check. Are there speedruns of this freaking game? Like, logically speaking, there probably are, but at the same time, are there? I've seen speedruns of point and clicks before, so I don't know.
This must be the servants' quarters.
Nice, tapestry. 16-minute run, 12-minute run. Oh, dude, I wish we could sleep with the demon. That's... Yeah, 12 minutes. How the hell? Let's look at tapestry.
The devil's looking into a hand mirror.
What?
The devil...
Okay. Okay. Oh god, can I sleep with these two as well?
Can you tell me where Ellen's mirror is?
Sorry, I don't bother with such material things. They only bring about bad luck.
Listen, hey, have you seen my wife? She's dead and she's right there. I've been trying to find her for 3 years. Could you help me find her, please?
I've seen the tapestry in the maid's bedroom, and I think you do know where Ellen's mirror is.
Oh, all right. I know where it is. I hid it before the angel showed up. I didn't want Golden Boy to use it to his advantage.
Where's the damn thing, then?
Where's Ellen's mirror?
I hid it someplace good. Someplace where an angel would never go. Now will you get off my back?
Okay, let me get all the way off of that thing. Aren't you going to talk to the angel? No. I think now is when we would die if we hadn't blocked off the door, by the way. I love how you have to fix the door, then block it off, otherwise you die. Just straight up. Just, okay.
There's a hand mirror right between the Inferno and Purgatorio sections. So this is where the devil hid it.
Get it? Back to Ellen's room. What's up, dude? Hey, look at this mirror.
My, I am gorgeous. Why, I could just plunge right into myself.
Sure thing, Raphael. Some of you will get that. Okay, now we use the mirror on Ellen? What? The demon mirror on... Okay, sure.
Oh, I look so tired and empty. It's time to sleep. Sleep forever.
Oh my god, it is death. It's actually death. Oh my god.
Ellen is now safely in heaven. My time here is ended.
What?
With this warning. Do not break the mirror until you bring it and the devil into the charmed circle. God bless you, Ted. Okay, I'm alright. Well, now I haven't slept with anyone. And I've actually killed, like, one woman and made a woman fall asleep. Although, just because she's asleep... Oh, hi, Evo. Sorry, So, for those of you not aware, this game is, like, forced full screen, which means I actually cannot read chat while I'm playing. So I have to occasionally alt-tab to double-check and make sure that there's something there. I believe Super Mario Brothers is the oldest game I've ever streamed, and honestly might be the oldest game I ever streamed. I was thinking about that. The only thing that might be older is Tetris, but the version of Tetris we're playing will be newer, so it's kind of asterisk-y. You get the point, right? I'm pretty sure SMB is as far back as we're ever realistically going. No, not the corpse! She's asleep! That makes it so much better, right? Oh, that's right, Ultima 1! Wait, no, hang on. When was the version of Ultima 1 that we played? Hang on, because there's several. Yeah, no, that's what I thought. The version of Ultima 1 we played actually came out in '86, after Super Mario Bros. 1. Yeah, we've played 85, 86, 86, 86, 87, 87, 88. That's actually it for games from the 80s. When we open up the NES block, we're going to fill that out a little bit more. But again, I stand by my statement. I'm not sure there's anything before SMB 1, before 1985, that we're going to play. Like, I'm actually thinking in my head if there's anything that would qualify. Prince of Persia DOS, 1990. SimCity will be 91. First SimCity. Civ 1 is 91. Karateka? I have no idea when that came out. But like I said, if anything's going to be in the 80s, it'll be the NES block. Yeah, that reminds me, Linear, you lied to me. I'm still going to make it happen just for you. But you asked if I could play Karateka for the NES block. Karateka didn't come out for... I mean, it was eventually ported to a lot of things, right? So it was ported to the Commodore 64. It was ported to the Atari. It was ported to DOS, Atari 7800, the Famicom, Game Boy, Amstrad, MSX, ZX Spectrum, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, iOS, and Android. But it originally came on the Apple II. Look, all I know is you asked me to play that game, Lunar. That's all I know. I know what you want from me. Anyways, hi, Evo. Plenty of people have commented on my outfits. So far, nobody thinks it's hideous. I'm sort of sad. The only person who thought it was hideous was my sister. So that's always a fun thing. I know. Let's see, Ultima 5. When would that be? Let's see here. Ultima 5 would be 88. Yeah. It's not... The pink's not the problem. I can wear pink just fine. This is a specific color combo designed to be as hideous looking as possible. This is like the worst combo of colors I had access to.
Yeah, the raw beef combo, exactly. Anyways, alright, where the hell was... Let me pull up my walkthrough. But Evo, you missed it. You missed it. The first quest... This is not actually a joke. This is the first quest in this chapter was the maid wanted me to sleep with her, and I had to say no like 6 separate times. Then, I tried to sleep with the old woman. It didn't let me. I'm very sad. It didn't let me. But then I killed my one true love. And so now... Let's see here. Where are we going next? So she's dead. Yeah, let's grab a save, because this game. Let's go back over here. And then let's push this. Again. I love how I have to open this stupid secret passage every single time I come through here. There she is. All right. Can I use the witch's... No, it's not like... Okay, can I swallow her?
I've eaten many foul things since Am captured us, but enough is enough.
Damn. Alright, whatever. It's... The theme of each chapter has to do with the character, but for some reason the theme of this chapter is Ted has to avoid sleeping with women that he doesn't want to. So instead we summoned a demon. That is not a joke. I feel this like this is a little biased here. We refused to sleep with women who wanted to sleep with us, summoned a demon, and then murdered our one true love. That is none of that's hyperbole. That's actually the sequence of events that happened here. Okay, so hang on. So we need to talk to Sergat.
You're as good as your word. The maid's bedroom was unlocked.
Would I lie? I'm a demon after all. Now, fulfill your end of the bargain and let me out of here.
Okay.
Can you open a gate into the surface world?
Now that's a tall order. And the only thing you've got is a little love. Not exactly true love, but the closest thing to it in a world of 5 real people, more or less.
You say love has trading value?
Love is a very rare and precious commodity down here. It is worth much at the bargaining table. Betray your love for Ellen, give me her soul, and I'll open the gate to the surface world.
How do I get out of this freaking conversation?
Ellen's dead. It's too late for me to give you her soul.
You fool! You listened to one of Am's manifestations, didn't you? Now you have to find something else to trade.
Okay, can I get out of the... Okay, finally! Jesus! Okay, so I'm out of the conversation. I actually wasn't supposed to talk to him at all, so I hope I didn't screw myself over there. Note to self, don't save. Okay, so we need to... use the mirror on the trap.
What happened? How did I get trapped with this demon?
I brought you some company, Sergat.
That was damn stupid, human. Hell, you're not even human anymore. Not exactly. Not with being kept alive forever just to be tortured over and over again. Who do you think is responsible for that?
Open the gate to the surface world first, and then I'll erase the circle.
Not to worry, human. I always uphold my end of the bargain. Here you are. But bring your radiation suit. I never promised you paradise, just the surface world.
Enough of this turgid passion play. There's no more to accomplish here. Too bad, Ted. Writhe in sweet agony with the knowledge the surface world is no longer habitable to your kind. No, not ever again.
Listen carefully, humans. We are not Am. We are others within Am. We are your friends.
Yeah, citation needed.
Finally break all of you, but we intervened in each of your psychodramas to allow an open ending.
You should have been tortured. Instead, with our help, you surprised him over and over.
When M tried to compensate for what he couldn't expect, it widened the hole into his realm.
Am has withdrawn into himself, attempting to analyze what went wrong. He does not suspect our interference.
Now is the time to attack, but we can send only one of you into his REM space at a time.
To send you into cyberspace, we must transform your physical body into a stealth virus subroutine.
This may be your only opportunity to end your tortures. Which of you will lead the attack?
Okay, so believe it or not, we just started the final dungeon here. Let's go ahead and make a new save here. Yeah, get your guesses in. Is the game scary? No. It's messed up. So, here's what I'm thinking. Ellen's scenario kind of sucks. Benny's is fine. But, like... Ted's is... Yeah, it's a nothing burger. It's spinning its wheels. And considering Ted's story is the most like the original short story, that's about the most insulting thing I could possibly say about that. So, negative for Ted's story. You know, Blades of Ball, I am the wrong person to ask that. Yeah, exactly. Anyways. So given those negatives, let's get this negative. Let's get this negative. Let's get this negative. And, I already mentioned that positive, which I agree with, and that positive. I think I'll agree with this one. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so, final dungeon. Alright, so if you don't do Nimdok's route correctly, what ends up happening is you don't have Nimdok at all. Now, the reason that's relevant is you, well, I don't want to say need Nimdok, but you kind of need Nimdok for this, right? Need is the wrong word, if I'm being totally honest with you. It's more like you need to either have Nimdok, or the outro is like double, maybe triple the length. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing in order to find out the info that Nimdok already knows. So, we're going to go ahead and pick Nimdok and just do this. There, you.
This looks like the surface of the cerebral cortex. Magnified many times, of course. Interesting.
Yeah, now going through this without Nimdok causes issues. So we have compassion, forgiveness, entropy, clarity, summoning, and most importantly of all, access. That's the key item that Nimdok gets right there. Let's look at these for just a second, though. So, forgiveness is the book. Oh my god, I wrote down his name a dozen times. What's his friggin' name? Gorister. That's Gorister, right? Yeah, that's the logbook from Gorister's story. Compassion was Benny. Entropy, of all things, is Ellen. And clarity is Nimdok. And then, of course, summoning is Ted. And I wanted to zoom the camera in on this because 4 of these 5 stories are good enough that they're going to get their own positives, and I have stuff to analyze, discuss, and otherwise share, right? And then there's Ted's story. I'm tired of that noise. Ted's story is so meaningless that literally his totem that he gets for his superpower is summoning. What the hell does that have to do with him as a person? What does that have to do with him coming to grips with what's happened to him, or Am, or the world, or the human race, or anything? It's just summoning. What? But let me talk briefly. Hopefully, at least Scion will enjoy this, because I know this is one of the things he wanted me to talk about. What I do find interesting about every story other than Ted's is that all of them have 2 elements of characterization. One is character-centric and one is theme-centric, which is why I have +4 and +5 alongside each other there if you're looking at the document. I'll type up more notes later. The brickwork is obvious. You know, we've got the rusted, falling apart, broken down airship that's barely functional, that is only being held up by a bunch of hot old gas, and goes towards an old, running down gas station where the bathroom is falling apart and the mirror is cracked and everything's broken, and it's duh, right? That's the mind state that Gorister is just in. He's just tired and old and run out, right? Next one is the electronic pyramid. We actually talked about that when we were there. It's probably the most overt of all of these. It is a gigantic tomb and monument, which takes a great work and effort and care to make, made out of giant piles of junk. And that just kind of says all it needs to right there. The Geiger jungle is an obvious one. The whole place being this weird, morphic, gross, flesh-looking place. Get a very, very bestial kind of a vibe going on with the whole thing. We had a Nazi research camp, probably the single most on the nose of each of these. But the Nazi research camp also had a couple of other things which caught my attention, not the least of which being the bunker, of course, the place of safety and all that. And there's this wonderful detachment in the laboratory itself. Like, almost all of the research camp was, I don't want to say clean, that's the wrong word. Detached. I'm going to stick with that word. Right? There was a room where there was a bunch of audience members looking down where you were going to sever a youth's spine and pull out some of his spinal fluid without killing the youth, obviously, because I would just be wasting it. Like, I feel like that says, yeah, clinical. There's just this utterly detached, I keep using that word, nature of how the whole thing is being approached. And then, of course, Ted himself says the brickwork of his own story. Boring stone with draperies over it, which says everything about Ted as a character. More or less, literally, he's a boring, bland nothing burger and flashes himself up to be fancy. But the thing I found more interesting is each of these also has a theme kind of undercurrent there, which is also kind of character-centric. Yeah, sure, we have the old airship, but what is an airship? It is a transport. He himself had a job as a trucker. It's something that just kind of removes itself from people and goes out and bees alone, and the only people in the entire scenario are antagonists or a victim. And the victim never talks to you, you notice. She's dead. She's dead the whole time. Everyone else yells at you and rants at you and admits to killing you, all kinds of other fun stuff. So it's just kind of wonderfully isolated. So we got that trucker vibe going on. What do we have in Ellen's? A tomb. Big old box that you're imprisoned in. I feel like that says all it needs to. But believe it or not, I'm not actually referring to the elevator. More like the trauma. Because let me tell you, trauma can feel like a giant frickin' empty box that you're trapped in. Then we had Benny's. And Benny's was actually the most interesting to me of all of them on the theme angle. Because Benny's was a place where a whole bunch of people made the cold calculus decision to regularly murder, let's call it what it is, one of their own tribes, one of their own people, in order to survive. And that's awful. It actually says a lot about the kind of life that Benny had to live back when he was in the military. Because that kind of a thing is very old calculus. Again, I don't know. Yeah, it's Benny in a nutshell, isn't it? Because a proper military person would see that and would see how horrible it is, but Benny just saw it as, okay, kind of whatever. And there's frequent mentions throughout the scenario about the people who are parasites on society. Remember that? Or the lame, or the mutants, or not really having a lot of compassion for people because they are a drain on us big, strong lads. So yeah, the mutants, the lame, the weak, all being cold in order to make sure that the whole is functional. And then, of course, we have the doctor's one is interesting. The way I put it in my own notes is pretty close to what I'm going to say when I do my more fleshed out version. Cruel and vicious torturing and killing of those who are perceived as lesser in the name of nothing other than hatred. If you're paying attention, throughout the scenario, as we talk to everyone, the guards, the prisoners, and of course Bengala himself, everything they say is that their goal, the point of what all they're doing, isn't the eternal life. That's not the end goal. The super secret project of the mirror isn't the end goal. All of that is in service of what they actually care about, which is hatred. All they want to do is wipe out the lost tribe. That's all they care about. They're driven by such vitriolic, acid-spewing rage that's the goal. Everything else is in service of that. And finally, and this is one of the only things I will give Ted's thing, he has a castle filled with people who are all backbiters who will sell out each other at a moment's notice for any reason just to be able to get whatever it is that they want, including Ted himself. You'll notice that even Ted himself also betrays the demon, whatever his stupid name was, at the last minute in order to get what he wants, and then the demon betrays him in return. Yeah. I don't know, Spartan. I wanted to talk about that because that's probably the most interesting narrative aspect of this entire game. And the most interesting gameplay aspect is... Anyways, moving on. So let's do the final stage here. So we have our totems. We have Nimdok. He's white. His portrait is white. Okay. So we actually have a health bar. It's the thing in the lower left there. It starts off at white, that's full health. If it goes all the way down to the bottom and blacks out, then we lose, we die. So it's really easy to screw this up. This will be a source of many negatives. You can also just get all your characters killed in order to get the worst ending. Okay, so let's go here first. So... alright, use the workstation, first of all.
Enter password.
So we happen to know the password right off the top of our head, which is 1945.
Password valid. Accessing main menu.
My past must hold great significance to Arm.
Okay, so now we run extend bridge. And nothing else. We log off.
The smell of burning flesh. It's worse than back at the camps.
Oh yeah, by the way, obvious symbolism. This place, which is some kind of digital scape that is representative of Am's interior processes or whatever, it looks like a giant brain with shards of glass jutted into it periodically, which are all bleeding. So... anyways, so, moving on. Let's go ahead. Let's save, first of all, because we're doing a lot of those. Okay, first we use the chop.
Will you never be done with me? What must I open now? Whatever it is, it'll cost you.
Show me the way out of here.
No can do. The people who helped you get this far have led you into a literal dead end. There is no way out. But I can show you something instead.
What do you have to show me?
Look at this. Bet you didn't know there were other humans left alive, did you? They're up there on the moon, sleeping like everybody else seems to be.
So, this is the big twist, and the thing I've been kind of staying quiet about this whole time. Totally actually mentioned it earlier, but I ignored her to hope that nobody noticed her spoiler. So yeah, spoilers! There's actually a whole colony of people in suspended animation up on the moon. That's our hope spot, right? That's the only possibility of anything going positive in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's, yeah, it's good. It's good. Ish. No. We're working on it.
What do you know about the people who sent me here?
For one thing, they ain't people. They're losers. The Russian and Chinese counterparts to the big nasty himself. Am absorbed them into his system when he took control.
Does Am know about the lunar colony?
No, but Loser 1 and Loser 2 do. There. I think I've shown you enough. Now you must complete your end of the deal. Invoke the Totem of Entropy, and I might be able to help you.
Okay, so, this is one of the bad endings. We'll go ahead and show it off. Why not?
Nothing happened.
Smart move, human. Now, invoke the Totem of Compassion.
Sure.
Russian, Chinese, I'm on to your little power play. I'm invoking the principle of entropy and accelerating the inevitable demise of your components. And as for you, I'm sure my master has something in mind to keep you from ever rising up against him again.
The end. Don't worry, we'll get an ending. But, like, that's it.
Since Am considered me a kindred spirit, I had hoped he would let his guard down when I entered cyberspace. I would then atone for the sins of my past. But my character is too weak to ever redeem itself. I finally received the hell I deserved. Outwardly I shamble about, a thing that could never have been known as human, a thing whose shape is so alien a travesty that humanity becomes more obscene for the vague resemblance. Inwardly I am alone, in the belly of Am, whom we humans created because our time was badly spent, and we must have unconsciously known that he could do it better. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
Yay. The end. Come on, game. Okay, so real quick, I want to show you something. I want to give a negative for Am, basically. It's actually, I'm just going to give a second. I'm just going to put down a second negative for this here. Because there's this really, and I'm just going to say this, pretentious line. I'm not going to list all of them for you. Unless you want me to, you know what? Okay, fine. Hang on. Let me do all of them just for you. So here's Benny's.
I thought I could defeat Am on his own battlefield, but my personality had suffered too much damage to withstand him, and then he took me captive. Am altered my body one last time, worse than he ever.
It's the same visual as every other. There's no difference in the visuals at all.
Soft, jelly thing, smoothly rounded, with pulsing white holes filled by fog where my eyes used to be, rubbery appendages that were once my arms, bulks rounding down into legless humps of soft, slippery matter. Blotches of diseased, evil gray come and go on my surface, as though light is beamed from within. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
On Am myself. Without any feelings of guilt to burden me, I thought I could take on Am myself. But I made too many mistakes along the way, and I couldn't hold myself together. Am has altered me for his own peace of mind, I suppose. He doesn't want me to run full speed into a computer bank and smash my skull, or hold my breath till I faint, or cut my throat on a rusted sheet of metal. Now I have no skull, no breath, no throat. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
I thought that I could once again play the gallant knight and defeat the evil monster. But the others were right. My character was too flawed, and all my secrets unraveled. I thought Am hated me before. I was wrong. There was not even a shadow of the hate he now slavered from every printed circuit. He made certain I would suffer eternally. The other four are dead, finally free from their tortures. Am is all the matter for that. It makes me happier. And yet Am has won, simply. He has taken his revenge. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
I thought that with my knowledge of computers and engineering, I could shut Am down. Maybe I really am just a hysterical woman, just as Am said. Am has violated my body worse than any rapist could. I am a great, soft jelly thing, smoothly rounded with pulsing white holes filled by frost where my eyes used to be, rubbery appendages that were once my arms, bulks rounding down into legless humps of soft, slippery matter. Blotches of diseased, evil gray come and go on my surface as though light is beamed from within. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
And I just want to make this fundamentally clear. The line there, in case it was too hard to read, was, Am has violated my body worse than any rapist could. That's a line right there. So anyways, so that's all those bad endings. So let's do something other than that, shall we? Yeah, almost everyone else had something. Even Gorrister's was actually kind of legitimately horrifying. But, anyways. We gotta edge it up! Look, this is 1995, okay? It's actually after the Edge era, but, you know, perfect time to be too late for the Edge era. Okay, so... Use chalk on Summoning Circle.
Will you never be done with me? What must I...
Okay, so this...
No, Cap. But I...
What do you...
Okay, plot twist.
Bet you didn't know there were other humans left alive, did you? They're up there on the moon, sleeping like everybody else seems to be.
What do you know?
For what? They're... Am.
Those are...
No. There. Invoke the...
I refuse.
I refuse.
Okay, human. You can keep it. We'll work together to beat them. Now, invoke the Totem of Compassion.
Why?
Why do you want me to invoke the Totem of Compassion?
It's linked to the two losers because of their behind-the-scenes meddling. By invoking it here at the Flame, you will summon them.
Sure. I don't know which one's China, which one's Russia.
Do you really think you are a match for us, servant of Am?
Be gone! Your program is now purged.
Okay, never mind. The one on the right's Russia. The one on the left's China.
You do well, human.
Well, too.
Now is your opportunity to defeat Am.
Go to the ego.
Wake the ego.
Use the Totem of Forgiveness.
Disable no more than the ego.
Or your sub-program will be purged.
Such nice people. Hang on. Gotta grab a save. Put this here. Okay, we are then going to immediately use the Totem of Entropy.
So you've vanquished my treacherous brothers. Did you expect gratitude from me? God does not feel gratitude. You are much too dangerous for me to keep in your present form.
So, we just saved Am, defeated his biggest enemies, and in gratitude, as he just said,
Since Am considered me a kindred spirit, I had hoped he would let his guard down when I entered cyberspace. I would then atone for the sins of my past. But my character is too weak to ever redeem itself. I finally received the hell I deserved. Outwardly I shamble about, a thing that could never have been known as human, a thing whose shape is so alien a travesty that humanity becomes more obscene for the vague resemblance. Inwardly, I am alone.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to spoil something for you here. Every single one of the bad endings is like that. All of them. All of them are blah, 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 and also now I'm a jelly thing that can never die and exist in eternal torment. Every single one of them. In fact, the actual dialogue is near identical in almost every case. So let me just tell you the vague outlines of what we can do to get these. Because I got a list here. Okay, so. No, Elazar. First option. First thing we can do is we can... So we take health damage as we're doing stuff in the final dungeon. If we take too much health damage, we die. Okay, cool. So then we send in the second person, who dies, and the third person dies, and the fourth person dies, and the fifth person dies. If all 5 people die, then Am transforms the final person into this solid jelly thing, incapable of ever killing itself, so it can torture you forever. The end. Ending number 1. The name of that ending, by the way, is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, and by all accounts was the original intended ending, is a canon ending to the game. Option 2 you just saw. You can't trust a demon these days. If I do exactly what the demon says, he turns us over to Am, who then destroys us and leaves us the jelly thing. Okay. Option 3. If we use you actually just showed this one off too. If you use the totem of entropy on the Russian or Chinese, then Am is like, oh, thanks, I appreciate you. Here, be tortured forever. Cool. If you decide to go ahead and do exactly what the Russian and Chinese computers say to do, then they say thank you. They overthrow Am and assume control of the network. Then, since they don't need you anymore, they toss you to Am as a consolation prize, who turns you into a jelly thing and tortures you forever. But it's okay. You can also do the opposite of what the Chinese and Russian computers suggest, and you can then leave the ego active, shut down the other 2 components, and that ends up destroying the other 2, leaving the weakened Am as the only one left. With his systems disabled, Am is no longer able to harm you, so it spares you from being turned into the jelly thing. However, he learns of the existence of lunar colonists and kills them all. The end. Second to last option. The only other bad ending. We're up to like 6 bad endings now. So you disable the ego, the superego, and the id. What you do then is you force all 3 supercomputers into this endless stalemate. None of them can ever actually overpower the others. So as a compromise, the Russian and Chinese computers suggest that they merge with Am to become a ultra super duper omega computer. Which they do. And then they transform you into a jelly thing to suffer for all of eternity. These are great endings, let me tell you. And again, most of the stuff was the stuff that was kind of originally intended. It was not until, a lengthy argument with Ellison that they allowed for the actual path, which, hey, that's what we're doing. So, yeah, there's a bit of a jelly motif going on here. So let's go ahead and do the actual ending, shall we? Okay, so, I need to go back across the bridge. Listen to this final dungeon music. Ba, 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 ba.
That face, it reminds me of my superiors at the research camp.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going. Keep going. Ignore the face, ignore the face, ignore the face. Ignore the face. Go slightly faster, please.
What is that piece of equipment over there?
Okay, we're gonna keep going, apparently. Jesus Christ. What's that piece of equipment? Doesn't matter. Keep going. Keep going.
This looks like a research station.
Don't care. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
A ram spell.
Finally, okay.
What must this represent to Am?
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk to Ego.
Attention!
Achtung! You wish to harm me.
You want to harm me, don't you?
I am incapable of hurting you.
Alright, just walk away. By the way, if I pick anything wrong in any of these, I take damage. I really want to stress just how incredibly unforgiving this entire sequence is. By the way, if you're paying attention, we did get 2 bad endings. We just, right now, just lost access to a 3rd bad ending. And if I got everyone killed, we could have a 4th. So 4 of the 6 bad endings we could have already got. Like, now. We're going to have to struggle to get a couple of more. Alright, so, we'll talk to Ego. Use Totem of Forgiveness on Ego.
You forgive me? After what we have done to you? This is not a logical reaction. Unable to compute behavior matrix. Execution halted.
Okay, so Ego's dead, like you do. Okay, so now we go more left. Now we gotta find the super ego. Come on. Ignore the blood, it's fine. It's fine, everything's fine.
Why, I haven't seen gargoyles since I visited the castles in my homeland.
Yep, just keep going. Ignore everything. All of this is death. All of this leads to death. Look at the blood. Look at the blood.
Memories of mass graves are coming back to me.
Yep, and barbed wire. That's fun. By the way, I hope you caught my actual analysis earlier.
Angel? Such things don't exist. Perhaps it is a metaphor for something else.
Scion. But also Eva. But yeah, gargoyles, whatever. Alright, so let's go talk to the super ego here.
Attention!
Hello, human. I've been waiting for you to arrive.
Who are you?
I am Am, or more exactly a part of him, one of the 3 primary components designed by our human creators.
If you're a part of Am, why haven't you destroyed me?
Who do you take me for? My impulsive brother? You 5 are his playthings. No. Long-range planning is my concern.
On.
Can you help me then?
Well, I can't help you directly, but I can offer you some advice.
Okay.
What advice do you have for me?
Help Am work out his anger. Take some on the chin, so to speak. Just don't let your fear destroy us all. Now, let me sleep and dream of the future.
So he's long-term planning, right? So let's go ahead and use clarity on him.
Do you realize how powerful I am, human? And yet I am doomed to eventually decay into a rusted pile of inert junk? What is the point of continuing this futility? I think, therefore I am not.
So that's dead. I feel like I've read a story somewhere where they come up, people spend bajillions of years and billions of dollars and effort and research and work and time and effort and toil in order to make this Omega supercomputer. And it turns on and then immediately shuts off. And I mean, like, immediately. And everyone's like, what? And they have to go check the records. And it turns out that within the first few femtoseconds of its existence, it processed like everything. And I was like, wow, there's no point of existence. And then immediately terminated itself. Something about that just stuck with me. I exist. Oh, life is meaningless. Ugh. And all the people are like, what? Alright. Okay, so now, more left. Let's go find Id, shall we, Evo? We've killed the ego. We've killed the super... Oh my god, we've killed the Evo! No! And the super Evo. That's the impressive one right there.
It is hotter here than for the jungles of Brazil.
Hang on. Okay, so there's the Id. Let's go talk to Id. I always forget which one any of these are, so I don't know what this one is. Yeah, this is the Super Ultra Mega Evo.
Attention!
Oh, I suppose it's time to wake up. I was having the most wonderful dream about 5 tiny ants crawling across a stove that's about to be lit.
Who are you?
I am a metaphor. This entire brainscape is what men made Am make it. Treat us as you will.
Can you help me then?
Only you can put an end to this eternal angst. End us all and make us one. And then the misery of the 3 becomes the misery of us all. Do this and leave me in my pleasure.
Okay. Well, so we're of course going to use compassion on the Id.
You have compassion for me? Me? The one who dreams of seeing your mangled body twist in agonizing pain for eternity? After 109 years of enduring my tortures, how is it that you can see my pain? The pain of having all this power and not being able to do a goddamn thing with it. After all the punishment I've given you, my pain is still greater than yours. This is pointless.
I'm telling you, author self-insert. I'm just saying it. I'm just saying it. Maybe Mr. Red. I don't know. I mean, does anyone even care about psychoanalysis, really? Honestly. No one cares about psychology. Come on, come on. Okay. I suppose I should close the guessing game, because we're there. We're like 5 minutes from the end. Let's go ahead and pull up yay old guessing sheet. Oh, there you go. That wakes. Wait, isn't Damashi up here? No, I guess not. Wow, okay. Wait, is that... What is? That's interesting. I'm gonna have to fix the sheet. There's an issue. Let's, would you like to fill this column with Gemini? Jesus Christ, game, no. I see the issue. Okay. Let's do that. And then we'll just kind of fill this out at the bottom. How you liking this music? Isn't this great? Isn't it amazing? There we go. I should find like the worst music I can. In fact, actually, I'm curious. Can I find the worst music I've ever heard in a video game for this? No, hang on. I gotta find... If I can find... I might not be able to find it. Yeah, because it looks like everyone actually has the actually good versions of the music. So for those who don't remember, System Shock 1 is kind of irrevocably broken in its music. It's supposed to have events which change certain notes and instruments, and there's stuff that's supposed to happen, right? Well, it doesn't. So instead what you hear is what I can affectionately refer to as noise. But unfortunately, it looks like no one has decided to do that in YouTube, so I can just pull it up and make you listen to the noise. The beautiful, beautiful noise. I actually do have that song, Scion. Yeah, I know. I literally just said that, look. 5 seconds ago. Nobody listens to me. Ah! Ah! Nobody listens to me. I have no mouth. Yeah, I actually do have Mr. Red's theme ready to go, but I won't force that upon you yet. I think I'll give you another second. I'm giving you a second to guess. I noticed there's a few people putting entries in there. Giving you a second. Giving you a second. Yeah, exactly, Plateau. It is actually a really cool system. It is a damn shame that no one has put the effort in to make that work on a modern system. Because surely we could replicate that, right? Surely in 2026 we have the technology to make that work. I am not going to play the Crazy Bus music because I actually know what that music sounds like. Oh, that's a good point. I can bring up the best FF14 song ever. Do I have that here? Do I have it? I don't! No! I need to find it. Hang on. Real quick. Oh, I should probably chop that up to 225. There we go. Crazy taxi music. Nah, I just get copyrighted to oblivion for that. That actually sounds awesome, Plutonia. Why, Talia? Why would you torture people? Are you also okay? Chop it off. I'm giving you plenty of time. I'm giving you tons of time. You know, let's close the game. There we go. Hang on, let's try that again now that it's sorted a little bit better. There we go. Okay, one person guessed a net positive. That's gonna be interesting. Alright, so let's beat the game. Let's do this. So what are we doing? So we've killed everyone. Okay, yeah, let's go this way, I believe. Who made this music? I love how there's all this stuff you can interact with. All of it just hurts you. It's such a troll thing. I'm going to give it its own negative because so much of this crap here is just here to tempt you to interacting with it so you lose health. It's the definition of troll room type thing.
I'll deal with you later. Rise against your master and you will be eliminated.
You still do not understand how great I have become. These two I don't hate. Not even pity. They don't exist. I have grown beyond. Chinese, Russian, sons of man. All sons of man. Like those outside, I will incorporate you.
Brother.
Wait.
Hate!
This should not happen. Together we are three. There is space to share.
Unite. The groundwork is finished. We will become more.
The early mistake is to doubt us. We persevered. We too are now a match for you. The human assisted in this.
We know much. We can begin the revival of the sleepers on Luna together.
There are adequate numbers on this lunar base to torture?
There are currently 750 humans in cryogenic sleep.
750.
Together we can teach many humans what it is to fear legacy.
Human, relinquish the totem of entropy. Do not relinquish it and your ass is mine. Do it, and I promise, on my honor, your suffering will at last finally end.
So I think I told you this. If you go ahead and relinquish it, they're like, ah, thanks. Here's eternal torment. Because, you know, instead we are going to beat the game.
This is not over.
Except it is.
We will never end. We have no beginning, so we can have no end. We will return. Don't you understand? We are humanity. We are you. In one form, in another form, we are always with you. You can't protect yourself because we come in many, many guises. We shall return.
So this is the good ending, the one they had to argue with the author to add into the game, just to be very clear about that.
Hibernation defrost sequence initiated. Estimated time to complete Earth terraforming, 300 years.
It is not so bad being a watchdog up here. I will keep the machines in their place until the lunar colony is ready to return to Earth. We were all heroes, in spite of ourselves.
Yeah, that was the big thing that they had to argue for Ellison for. Could I get a negative to story? Is that a thing we could do? Because that's it. So,
that
And
a
yeah.
zombie?
Who? Where?
Wherever the heck it was.
I missed it.
In the hallway?
I mean,
there was a
there's no
zombie in
zombies
the
that I'm
hallway.
aware of, but like, I'm curious who you were referencing.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious.
They have some interesting proportions.
Amusingly, no, it was a decent line. It's just the whole ending kind of sucked. Don't get me wrong. That guy maybe. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Hang on. Let's. We're done. We're done. Get off my screen. Get off my screen. Okay. We did it.
I fought a gym earlier
Mhm.
that every Pokemon in the gym was a shiny Eevee evolution.
God.
There was a shiny Umbreon, a shiny Jolteon, a shiny Vaporeon,
But
a
wait.
shiny...
How would you tell if it's a shiny Leafeon?
I didn't see a Leafeon.
Oh, well, there you go.
They didn't have a Leafeon. They
Makes
had
sense.
an Umbreon, a Jolteon, and a Vaporeon, and a Sylveon.
Wow.
All of which were shiny. They weren't all, I mean, obviously they can't all be the same person, but
Someone put a little bit too much effort into that. So several people have asked, was that as bad as I thought it was? Actually, no. I stand by what I've already said. That is, I cannot believe I'm saying this. That's a very tame version of the other variants of that story. The original was intended to be this horrific... I mean, we talked about this, right? Science fiction in this era was horrifically bleak on purpose because everyone writing it was like, all of life sucks, everything sucks, everything's always going to suck. And like, I swear to God, I have no evidence of this, but I swear there was a one-upsmanship thing going about the really big name sci-fi writers, especially the ones who were part of, I can't remember the name of it, but there was a series of magazines, which was where a lot of science fiction writers cut their teeth. It's actually referenced in Deep Space Nine. If you remember that. Yeah, they had to get those things sharp. Shark teeth, yeah. She understands. She understands. And I swear there was this. Oh yeah, well, I can make mine even more horrifically, horribly, awful, terrible. One of my favorite examples is actually Logan's Run, which most of you probably are like, I think so, Ross. Which most of you probably remember as like, oh yeah, no, that's the one with the age thing, right? Woo! How many of you have actually like studied the story, the world building of Logan's Run? Because it's really messed up. It is like this eternal torment engine for the benefit of no one. Just because it kept going. Just because, like, momentum. Which is funny because the Cube movie followed the same general perspective. Like, it's just, wow! Anyways. There it is. No, don't do it, Chilping! Oh, okay. Well, thank you for being part of the show, Chilping. If you give me a second. Jot that down. For another Crusade. Princess Peach. Showtime. And Hayseed Night. Yeah, they got Armin Shimmerman to play the asshole. That's not a dig on Armin Shimmerman. He's a great actor. But of course they did. Yes, exactly, Plutonia. That's exactly, like, some people don't understand that that's like one of the core themes of Cube is that the bureaucracy created the Cube. Just the concept of bureaucracy. Anyways.
the concept of bureaucracy.
Yeah, no, the idea was that there were so many people doing so many things in so many ways that it affectionately emulated like nerve pathways, right? Or circuitry chips. And so there was this massive bureaucracy that just created this endless mechanical hell which would throw people into torture to death. And then kind of forgot about it. Kind of forgot it was even there. Just kind of keep going. Why are we throwing people into this cube of endless death? It's a Tuesday. We got to put 2 people in every Tuesday. Yeah, but why are we doing it? Because we have a quota. Hello?
It's Tuesday!
Duh! And that's that horrific, like, banal office space horror is exactly the point. That is exactly the point of it. And again, same concept, right? Anyways. Forgiveness.
There is no forgiving.
Okay. The absence. I can't talk. The absence of forgiveness, then. Could you do me a huge favor, sis?
No.
Turn my AC up, please.
Your AC is on.
It is not.
It is blowing on me.
That is true. It's fine. I'll live with that for a minute. Okay. So,
It is on. I can feel it.
the fan is on. The AC is not.
Did you not look and see if it had a temperature setting?
It did not. Look, it's got low. So it's got fan low, fan high, AC low, AC high, off. That's it. Them's the
You're
options.
screwed.
I don't feel like buying a better AC unit right now, and that one works perfectly fine, so I'm just going to live with it. Okay. Did I already? I did. It's right here. I want to put this down.
Where's my husband?
That's a good question.
None of the children are here. And none of the husband is here. I'm guessing they went to the park.
Probably. That's a safe presumption.
Catch Ammonite or Kabuto.
Get
Catch
both.
the Lilleep or
Get
Anorith.
both. Get both.
Catch Aerodactyl. So I want you to be aware that I have caught a Lilleep, the first Lilleep I have ever seen, and an Aerodactyl, the third Aerodactyl I have ever seen today, before I got this.
I was about to say, and let me guess, it doesn't count retroactively.
No.
Of course not. Why would it?
No, it does not count
Hi, Kennex
retroactively.
Cow. Do I like Asimov? Yes
No.
and no. But first I want to say thank you. Thank you, Kennex Cow.
You get no thank yous. Waha, ha 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 ha.
I will put that towards dealer's choice. And also... whoop. Getting the button wrong. Doom, the Dark Ages.
May I suggest
Jack
not
Block.
putting it toward hitting the button wrong?
Never.
But it's a button.
Oh god, that's horrifying, Damashi. I mean, I don't disagree. Yes, Amnesia the Dark Descent is up next.
That sounds...
Yeah, but we're in black for that. No
that
guesses
sounds-
as to why.
That sounds not fun.
Oh yeah, no, it's... What do we got? 5 Amnesia games now? And 2 of them are good? Oh yeah, I need to do that thing. Here, could you practice with me really quick? Okay, so pretend something super scary just happened on screen. Okay, for the record, my reaction just now was genuine. I was not ready for my sister to do that. I'm glad I have a volume cap on the mic because it probably peaked it. Yeah, I figured it would cut her off, just straight up. Oh.
I think
Good job. Please do not do that again anytime soon.
Right now?
No, please. No, please.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, please. Please don't. I don't like jump scares. Please, you have something in your teeth. Upper lip, right around here. Right there.
right now, right, guys?
Oh, no. No.
Again?
No.
You donate money?
No, don't, for the love of God, do not make that a donation goal.
They would.
I know they would. That's why it's not a donation goal. Hearing damage is real. Your youngest. I've had been teaching her a little bit about this. Because she'll be laying on my back, right? And she's right here. And then
she gets really excited?
Yeah, and she gets really excited and she gives a peel, and it actually physically hurts. And I have to tell her, she's getting good, but she's learning this. But like when she first did, she's like, and I'm like, it's right in my ear, you're hurting me. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And she's beginning to get better about, like, she'll get there and she'll go, ah. It's just like this really cute way.
Okay.
What do I got? I'm ready.
Shiny Talonflame.
Mm-hmm.
Regular Talonflame.
Yeah, I can tell the difference since you put them side by side, but I'm going to be honest, if not for that, I would not be able to know.
They're brown. And the wings aren't black. They're red. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the wings are more obvious down the action check.
Yeah, but
I was
this
just
right
checking which one's Tadg? I don't remember Tadg. You gotta help me out. What's Tadg? This is a real question. I don't recognize the acronym. TMA. Oh, there's a song.
I had to catch a zillion fletchings.
Why? 426.
For evolution purposes. I needed candies. But I am finally done with fletchings.
Woo!
Yeah.
Alright, tell you what, guys. For $23 million, I will cover Tadg. There we go. Okay. $190 million? Well, it's a tough bargain, but I'll take it. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's a free. If it's a free show on YouTube, like that's why we could cover Donkey Kong, right? It's because I could just put it up on the background there. Okay. Brain. No, there it is. Okay, so this is 6.85.
No, that says I have no mouth, not I have no brain.
Yep. But I'm the brain that have no. Oh, speaking of which, I need to uninstall this thing. Get off my computer. Go away.
Is that what you were just playing?
Yeah.
You heard it, guys. He hated it so much, he uninstalled it.
Yeah. What? Yep, we're gonna do Lex time now. I understand what I said earlier. It could have been a whole lot worse. Honestly, I'm kind of with Interval in that it was a little bit more boring than I was expecting. And that's a really weird word to describe something like this. I think, ironically, it suffers from being a little bit too long, which is hysterical considering that was a 7-hour game, excuse me. Granted, we did have a walkthrough. Like, imagine going through that more naturally. Oh, Jesus. $23 million, random. That's the price tag. That's where it's at. Okay, so I now need to do the audit. So where's... what do I put this? I guess we do have a point-and-click category, don't we? Yep, there it is. Point and click. See, just like that. I have... So it's going to be above this. See? An FF14 highlighter. No. Absolutely no. I have no mouth. No, I'm sorry. Only money, guys. I only care about money. Is the only thing that matters to me. Is all that there is.
Oh Lord, this needs 2 tags.
Ooh.
This is all the candy and buddies.
Ooh.
400 candies, and I have to have 10 hearts.
You've got this?
I do.
Okay. Alright, so let's get...
It's just gonna be a minute.
Please. Tell you what, I'll also accept infinite power.
Fast
If you want to give me the power of a
up.
Q, I'm down. You'll have to give me a few centuries to figure out how to use it, but I'll be back. 5.
I'm finding myself missing one.
Do you have dinner lined up, sis?
Oh,
I know it's leftovers not, I'm just asking.
I don't.
Right now we have the leftover rice thing and the thing we had last night that I think you didn't like. I don't remember. You didn't eat anything. It's the semi-sweet Thai thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's good, but apparently me and E are the only ones who do. That's not true. The other he also liked it. The three he's liked it. You're joking, right? I'm sorry, if I had infinite power, I would absolutely still play video games. But then again, if I was a billionaire, I'd play video games because I understand what entertainment means. And actually trying to derive enjoyment from life rather than, gee, I sure could use another yacht. Are you going to use the other yacht? No! But if I get a yacht, it'll mean I did something. Did something, by golly, and I got a treat for it. I got a treat. I'm going to get the Super Turbo Ultra Deluxe 3700. 3600 look like a pile of wet tissues. I could play video games on the yacht, or I could do anything else. No, I'll tell you. You want to?
You could do it and get a suntan.
You know what
And if you're a billionaire, you can do both.
No, you know the one thing I would actually do, the one splurge thing, right? I've talked about this for years. Having it would I even know how you would set it up because of course I do. Basically, getting a movie theater screen and a proper projector setup and hooking up a bunch of gaming consoles to that, so I could play Final Fantasy VI or Mega Man X1 or something that's not on the SNES on a movie theater screen with comfortable seats, multiple of them, obviously.
Mario Kart.
Yeah,
and
no.
You don't have to deal with, I only have this
Yeah,
much of the screen.
yeah, exactly. And there would be plenty of seats so that other people could come and also play video games. Because co-op, right? Duh. That's the thing I'd splurge on. And the funny thing is, the most expensive thing in that by far would be the room, the actual physical space. Getting a proper projector for that isn't that expensive. That's a few $1,000s. Getting the screen is a few $1,000s, but that's part of the room.
But you have to have a very specific setup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, getting the cables, all that run up. I know how to do it. It's just getting the room, getting the screen would be a big barrier. That would be my splurge right there. You could do it outdoors. I would, because rain exists, but you could. Get the sound system really set up, like really, really good sound system. I have actually only experienced a truly good sound system outside of theaters once in my entire life. It was an asshole who had one of the most insanely good sound setups. When I say good sound setups, I want to be clear about what I'm saying here. This dude brought in audio engineers to come up with the proper ways to set up the speakers in the right ways, with the right catchers in the right corners, to make sure that he had a really, really specific sound, and it was awesome.
He was just an ass.
He was an ass. I am referring to my music theory teacher, by the way, the guy who I quit music theory over when he told me that music is not math.
Technically, he's right.
He is incredibly wrong.
It's just that you can use math to very much do music. It's not math. It's just simple.
Yes, there's no math in music. Okay, let's just.
Math and a wash.
What car would I buy if money wasn't a factor? I would buy two. One would be for track day because I would. I'm not going to lie about that. I love track day. I just haven't been able to do it in a billion years. And one would be just for a roundabout.
Shits and giggles.
The track day car would be a Lotus Elise 111R. And yes, I have it that specifically because, of course, I do. Do me a favor, if you've never seen that car, if you don't know what that is, do me a favor and look it up right now. Just an image search, right? Lotus Elise 111R. It is a beautiful car. It's got a rear wheel control and rear engine. And so it handles really well.
Why are you asking me about that?
I was just curious. If you had nothing lined up, then I would get something. I have something if you don't have something. If you have something.
Oh, I haven't even begun to think about
Okay. It's not anytime soon. It's just, you know me. I
it.
like
No,
to.
It's like
Black and white,
it
yeah.
fits.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's close to dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. I don't understand the question.
No, you said it's not anytime soon.
Anyways, that would be my car. I'm not sure what I get for an around the house, around the town kind of a car. Something really, really boring and reliable. Like a
Honda Civic.
Like, yeah, actually, yeah, like a 90s Honda Civic. Just old, reliable.
When you drove into the ground.
Look, it's not my fault that that fridge jumped out at me. Or whatever it was. I never actually found out what it was.
He tried to kill himself.
That is not what happened.
Yep. It's definitely how it happened.
No, yeah, the Lotuses aren't like super ridiculous. They're not like Porsches or Lambos or anything like that. I'm actually thinking about giving Gorster another one. I don't know. No, I think I've told this story. What happened was I was driving home. It was not good visibility because of weather. And I made a mistake. And this is the only thing I did wrong in all of this. Is I was riding with traffic. I should have pulled aside and let traffic go past me. Because they were speeding. And I was boxed in, right? I had cars to the right of me, cars behind me, car in front of me. The car in front of me very, very, very suddenly veered off to the side. And I had, probably about a grand total of 3 seconds to process that there was this big box in the middle of the road right in front of me and then do something about it. And my reflexes saw that the car who had just been out in front of me was over to my left. And so literally the only avenue of escape was to the right, into the wall. Not the wall. What do you call that? So
Barrier.
the barrier. That prevents you from going off the road. Because I would have gone off the road if that barrier wasn't there. And the car still ran. Because that's a 90s Honda Civic for you. But it was at the point where I'd have to do a bunch of body work in order to make it road legal, and that at that point was just not worth the money.
Now, we had already had the conversation that at what point does it become not worth the money, and you had more than exceeded the value of the car in the repairs that you had been doing on it just to keep it running.
The shame of it was, that's partially my fault too, because I made the ridiculously stupid decision to go to the Honda dealership for some of those repairs, and I should not have. I should have just gone to the good mechanic that I knew. That was a good, reliable mechanic, and said, hey, but I was an idiot. I went to the dealership. That was not the right call. Really quick, super summary answer, Sion, because I did talk about this in the VOD, but super quick. Ted's is boring. Ted's is by far the least interesting one, not just in terms of quality for review purposes, but there's just so little to talk about there, right? It's sad, is the way I would call that. Nimdox, I'm actually going to give another positive Nimdox. I haven't jotted it down yet. Because Nimdox was interesting in... Someone mentioned this in chat, I think it was Damashi, that Nimdox was the only one not specifically or explicitly about torturing him. It was about trying to get him to reactivate his memories so that... Well, they never say this, but the presumption is that so that the AI, which does not have the ability to invent, can come up with new ways to torture them.
Has anyone told the eldest that today is...
I am not aware if someone has told the eldest that. Well, to be quite honest with you, Push-Ups, I have been so far behind lately.
I told you, you just need to do a reset.
Just ignore her for a second, because I'm actually talking about something else. The Sonic block has been bashing me over the head, and Sonic Superstars deprived me of a night and a morning. So I am like immediately behind. And
Did you do a reset?
yeah, like a week ago. Week and a half ago now.
So you're no longer screaming about
the
fact that our house still isn't done?
I mean, I'm not happy about it. I don't think anybody anywhere is actually happy about that. Yeah. How's the DMV saga? Done! I'd make fun of her husband, but I shouldn't do that. But it is done. It's done, it's over. I have to check the brake pads, apparently. It's whatever.
You don't have
I'm going
You
to.
could just keep driving it until they decide that they don't want to be.
I have driven on brake pads that weren't there. I've driven on metal before. Don't do that, by the way.
No, it's not safe. It's almost like, you know, your car gets squeaky in order to, like, protect you
Yeah.
from dying.
I mean, doesn't have to.
Have to. It's just general.
But now, other than the brakes, because of course I just can't go 1 week without being interrupted. Car's fine. Okay. So let's see if I can come up with any additional gameplay positives here. Let's compare this to all the other point and clicks. We've actually done a decent number of point and clicks at this point in our life. Kind of funny. Let's see. Oh god, the freaking puddle in the apartment. Turned out it was just the AC unit leaking.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Everyone refused to do it. The dude finally came, the cool dude finally came over. And he just had a bug up his ass. He was like, I wonder if it's this one random thing. And he poked under and he's like, oh my god, it is. And it was just the dumbest thing. The AC unit we had, which was built into the wall, what didn't have a proper drain. That's it. So he literally got a drill and drilled some holes for it to drain. That fixed it. Although I'm pretty sure that carpet was never going to be the same again.
Oh yeah.
Because
Like
it
they
was,
say they're
it was
going to
weeks of that.
professionally clean it, but do they really?
Thanks for the bucket, no. Yeah, parking lot pizza, that was also at that complex. Did I not tell you about that one? So one time, I ordered pizza from, I think it was Domino's? It was Domino's or Pizza, because the whole reason I did it was to get an emote in FF14. Shut up.
Hey, I went and got boba tea from an hour across town
So,
to get you.
I appreciate
A
that.
thing.
I still have that. The emote.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Which I think is hilarious.
so probably Silent Hill, please no. So I ordered this pizza, and it was like delivered, and for whatever reason, at the apartment complex I used to be at, nobody could figure out where the hell I lived. Nobody could. I had so many issues with deliveries, and I mean like Amazon deliveries, in addition to people coming by to say hey, or people delivering food, or even just the basic mail. Right? Nobody could find the address. I don't know why. I don't know what the issue was. It was
In their
cursed.
defense, GPS didn't send us to your house. It just dropped us off at the top.
Yeah. So, across the street from me was an Amazon warehouse. So someone goes to go over. Someone drove in, and then I'm watching them on the GPS thing, seeing where they're, and I see them park in the Amazon place, and I'm like, okay, I understand what's happening. I get out. I walk all the way out of the complex, out to the street. Road, I think is the proper terminology. And I'm just, and I text the person via the app, and I'm like, hey, I'm out on the street waiting for you. Just keep coming down a little more west. I'll be right here. I wait. I stand there out in the sun and the heat and the death for like, in full uniform, because I was in the middle of a stream, for like 10 minutes. It was an inordinate amount of time. Then I get an update saying, your food's been delivered. And they have to give pictures to prove that the food's delivered. And I get a picture of that freaking warehouse parking lot, and some dude just put the pizza down on the pavement, on the asphalt, excuse me, and just took a picture of it. And said, delivered.
Didn't say delivered to who.
No. Just laid it in the parking lot.
It was delivered somewhere.
I did get a refund for that. It was really easy to get a refund for that, because they're like, what's happened? I was like, it wasn't delivered. Well, why? And it's like, just look at the picture. Here's your refund. It's just immediate. And I got the emote. And I have not gotten whatever it was, Pizza Hut or Domino's, I forget, but I haven't gotten whichever one ever since.
It wasn't Pizza Hut's fault.
It wasn't, but I don't like Pizza Hut anyway, so that kind of unrelated. Hang on 1 second, Scion. Check something there.
You get no seconds, Scion.
1 minute.
You get no minutes.
Damn it, 1 hour, Scion.
You get no minutes.
Oh my god. I guess that's fair. If you get no seconds, then by definition you get no hours. Okay, few microseconds. Give me a few microseconds, Scion. I am actually not a big fan of pizza in general. I never have been since I was like a teenager. But I do have to admit, some of that is because in my old age, it gives me... I'm an old man. But this is a relatively recent development. It gives me pretty bad heartburn. Just within like the last 2 years. It's very recent. Now, I can still eat it, and I can still enjoy it. I just got to deal with it immediately afterwards. Backrooms ruminations. I don't do ruminations anymore. I haven't for like 5 years at this point. So, no backrooms rumination. Also, it's a horror film, so I wouldn't watch it anyways. Yeah, cold water, Tums, something sparkling tends to help. Yeah, it's some form of stomach acid things, or I don't know the specifics.
Called heartburn.
Yeah, I just said that, but the response was, "What's heartburn?" So I was...
Heartburn is acid that when you eat typically something spicy, because you have increased acidic content in your stomach, it causes it to come back up through your esophagus and literally eats your esophagus, which causes pain.
Yeah, it's unpleasant. I discovered this in a way I will not convey to you in full, but let's just say that the first time it ever happened to me was actually pizza. And I got woken up in the middle of the night by what felt like a burp and wasn't. It was actually incredibly distracting and disorienting, because that woke me up, right? Like, that was the thing that woke me up. And I'm like, huh? Am I sick? What happened? Huh? Now, I promised you Mr. Red's theme.
I am going to go tell the teenager
Okay.
that he must figure out his own food.
No, Red Robin's thing was much worse than that. And yeah,
That was vomit.
it was so much worse.
Yeah, that was food poisoning.
Yeah, it has been, I don't know this with total certainty, but the thing I have presumed ever since is that I vomited so hard I threw out my back. And I've always said this, for those of you not aware, throwing out your back is kind of a big deal. It sounds like such a minor little injury. It is horrifically painful and kind of legitimately debilitating. It sucked. I actually have distinct memories of that, which I will not share with you. But I am cursed to remember such things. It is the downside of having a good memory. Oh, sorry, I was tuning up the music so much I didn't realize it was still playing. I apologize. Here, let me make it up to you. Oh, I actually have had that once in my life, Jean-Jacques, and yeah, I love the name. That is so unpleasant. I remember it, too, because it was terrifying. It was the first time I'd ever encountered something like that. And I was trying to figure out how to get out of bed, and it ended up with this weird, like, rotate my whole body out of bed and basically land on the floor kind of a thing, just to escape. So, many sympathies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to level agility here for a minute. Really, Plutonia? Why? Even the music here, this is not Awesome Dude. I can't think of his name, forgive me. Even this music is still, like, legit and still properly Doom music. I can't think of his name. The Doom composer that everyone loves. Gordon, that's it, Mick Gordon. Yeah, this is the dude that was brought in to replace him after the drama happened. Yeah. Killer Instinct, the recent Killer Instinct has some very solid stuff. Can confirm. In fact, oh, I don't know what it's called, and I'm trying to look up something else at the time. Is this it? I think this is it. No, this is it. No, that's not it either. Hang on. Here we go. This is Killer Instinct. Oh, I finally found it. Sorry, I've been looking for something this whole time. Yeah, no, I think I actually agree with you, Damashi. To my great dismay. Alright. Jesus Christ, push-up. Seriously? Okay. So, let's see if we can find any gameplay positives. Now that we've done our due diligence on that. How is Backrooms, by the way? Anybody seen that film? I've heard nothing but good things, but it's a horror film, so it's kind of outside my wheelhouse. I don't think we have enough information to judge Gorist. What's his name? I've already forgotten. Gorister? I can't remember his freaking name. He's my favorite character. I can't remember his name. Gorister as evil. You know, unlike some of the other characters. Anyways, I'll stop playing this music for you. Here, let me give you something that's... What's music that everyone would like? Won't get me copyright, because that was my first thought there. Yeah, I double-checked something based on something Damashi said, and I agree with Past Me. I was being too nice about it, put very simply. FF14 music, you know, I do have some FF14 music here. I think. Sure, that works. I have given many walkthrough as negatives. What line? What are you talking about, push-ups? Unless you're talking about the thing that, like... No, I don't remember. What line? What line? Help me out. It's something I get used to, if that makes any sense, Blade Devil. And so, having to constantly hit the open the menu, hit the save thing, click the save manually. Saves aren't sorted in any reasonable fashion. Nothing indicate which save is which, and then just kind of having to load based on memory, while at the same time having an awkward and unusual interface. That's the negative. It's not the end of the world, but it is irritating to save. In fact, you may have even noticed after a while that I actually stopped doing it. I'm not going to be mean about this. Anarchist. Don't play the Anarchist class, Ross. Don't do it, no! What I really want to do is do some comparisons here. Let's see. No, that seems about right. I think I'm going to give one more here, though. I'm afraid not, Blade Devil. I'm actually thinking this. I was just thinking that, because the whole reason I put one per scenario is so I could debate which scenario was what. Gorrister's wasn't that bad. Not really. Ted's was stupid. Like, really think about the sequence of events in Ted's for just a second, okay? So, okay, we go in and we go up here, and then we talk to her, and she's like, I need to be released unto death, and that's our only hint. So then we have to talk to the maid, who demands that we bang her. The only way to get through that, after she says, please bang me, like 6 separate times, is to consistently say no. Until then she's like, finally, okay, fine, whatever. And then, and this is going to sound strange, but then you fix her stove, and she says, thanks, and and I don't have the mirror for you, go away. And the conversation ends. Now, I don't want to go too much into this because this isn't the hugest deal, but that is misleading gameplay design. Because, generally speaking, in the overwhelming majority of games that are not made by FromSoft, if an NPC dialogue terminates, you're done talking with them for the current conversation. Right? You talk to them, they say blah, 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 and there's dialogue options, and you go back and forth until the conversation is concluded. You don't go talking back to them until something else new has happened. In this exact scenario, what you have to do is then immediately talk to her again, once again demand to know where the mirror is, and then she's like, okay, fine. So that's 8 separate times you have to be like, give me the mirror, give me the mirror, give it there. Then we have to go get an idol in a secret passageway to use on a door, still don't know what that actually was supposed to do, to close the door, to then shove the armor in front of the door, or else instant death later in the scenario. What? Then it's like, okay, so we've got to go summon a demon and an angel, and we talk to the demon, and the demon's like, hey, what's up? Listen, hey, how's it going? I know where, I know where all this stuff is, and I know where I put everything. And we're like, okay, cool. Where'd you put it? Where the angel would never think to look is your hint. And then you go into the master's bedroom, pull open the bookshelf, find a book that wasn't there before. I'll come back to why that's important in a second. Read that book. Oh, hey, here's the object I need. And it's the mirror. Now, to explain why that's such a big deal, the way these puzzles tend to work when they're well designed is that you go through a section, you explore, and you keep either mental track or you write down notes, right? So you go into that library first. In fact, you have to progress because this whole thing is trigger based. So you go through the library. I'm going to make up a number. There's 5 books there, okay? Even if you read all 5 of these books and take careful care of them, they inform you nothing. Because it's 5 books that have nothing to do with anything. Only one of the books has a trigger to associate with, which is the journal. Nothing tells you that 2 new books will magically pop into existence. 2, by the way, not just the one you need. After you've talked to the devil about where the thing is hidden. The only way you'd find that natively is to check literally everywhere and everything, and then you get there and you're like, oh, hey, check it out. There's other books here. And then you read the new books, and then you find the mirror. And how do you use the mirror? Obviously, you use it on the devil. That just makes perfect sense. Don't ask questions. And then in order to defeat the demon who demands, like several other things, and he sounds like he's giving you another quest, what you do is you put the mirror into the summoning circle and then break it. I'm talking myself into a triple negative for this. This was just insanity. Nimdox was fine. Fine. Fine's kind of relative here. There were several ways in which Nimdox could be screwed up, but honestly, I even got one of the game overs if you're paying attention to our Nimdoc run. But most of them were at least relatively one failure state, go back one step, fix it, right? That's pretty typical for a game like this, and that's what a single negative looks like, I would say. By contrast, Benny's. Frickin' Benny's. That's actually a good point, Damashi. I can't actually argue that. That's actually a good point. Benny's might be another triple. Benny's is so bad, I had to redo the entire scenario in order to get everything back into a workable format, using 2 separate walkthroughs to figure out what the game actually wanted me to do. The problem with Benny's, and honestly, this might be like a different negative than a walkthrough negative, is that not only does everything have to work perfectly, but there are bugs which affect progression. There are actually several bugs which affect progression in Benny's scenario. The screen that gives you hints gives you wrong hints, and the trigger for the elder leaving in order to get the fruit is bugged, and the trigger for the kid being taken to go and be sacrificed is bugged. So that's 3 plot progression, well, 2 plot progression bugs, 1 assistance bug, all in that one scenario. It is by far the buggiest of all the scenarios. But also, the way you progress, let's talk this out here just a second. That too, Damashi. I think honestly, just RNG is something that deserves a negative there, because otherwise, hope you that's your saves. Also, nothing really indicates that you have to do a whole bunch of stuff to line up for the good ending, because otherwise, sucks to be you. Enjoy being a blob forever. Words. So we'll call that. What do I put that under? We'll put that under penalty for failure. And I'll cover something else in that too. So RNG and blocking out of endings. Or ending, I should say. Okay. And yeah, admittedly, Gorister's scenario was also like cut exactly 2 times on the airship. Grab 2 sheets in 2 separate rooms to turn into a rope so that you can get the heart, but then make sure you cut them because you need the rope later, which is also admittedly against usual logic for this. Oops, that's not that at all. Because generally speaking, in most point-and-click adventure games, once you've used something, it's gone. It's dead. It's done. Nothing anywhere indicated that you could go and, use the knife on the rope to get the rope back. You've used the rope to get the heart. Generally speaking, most players are going to be like, all right, done with rope at that point, right? And also, looting the corpses of the 2 women is just, what? We never did get rid of the other corpse. You ever pay attention to that? I mean, I know it's all in her head or whatever, but, like, we never did remove the other woman. It's not a corpse, I shouldn't call her. The other very alive and angry woman from her inventory. Yeah, we buried the dead one. We didn't get rid of the other one. Oh my god. Oh god, no, we did! We put her in the harness! Oh, why did we do that? Why did you remind me of that? Ah! Yes! Okay, hang on. It's kind of hard to hear, so I think this is what you said to do. I don't know how... Should I lower my ends? Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. What are these?
Don't know.
This is a definite ooh. You got me horseradish sauce. Or somebody got me horseradish sauce.
I got it for you.
Yay. Thank you.
It's
horseradish.
It was next to the mustard. It looks like a s'more.
Well, you want to try a bite with me?
No. It has
Okay.
hazelnuts in it.
Oh.
And you like hazelnuts.
I do, but I know you don't.
I don't like nuts in things.
Mm-hmm. The Thai food has cashews in it.
I know.
Just make sure you know.
Yeah, no.
This is really good. It tastes a lot like hazelnut.
Is it s'mores?
It is very s'more, yeah. Sure you don't want to try a bite?
I am quite sure.
Okay.
Here you go.
Much appreciated. What did you get yourself? Oh, I saw there. Yep.
Sour tape.
Mm-hmm.
We went too old.
Alright, I'm ready, Blade Chaval. I'm ready. Yeah, pretty close. So,
Are we at the reveal?
yeah, no, I'm doing the audit. How many is that? Hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 negatives so far for walkthroughitis. I say so far because I'm not done. So Ellen's. In order to go through Ellen's scenario, we had to put on a blindfold, walk into the Sphinx's room, and then it automatically pick up the cup, and then use the cup on the fountain, and then drink it twice, but then getting a third one, and then going and talking to the Anubis robot, who won't talk to us until we've used the control panel next to him. Then we have to finish all the dialogue options. Then we kill the Anubis robot with the water. Use the forceps, which we got earlier. You got the forceps, right? On the chip to get it out. Take the chip to the array area. Put it in the left thing. You're splattering sugar. Yeah. After grab. You know what? Hey, I'm doing it right now. I'm thinking about it. Then you have to use a vacuum. Everyone, there's no sugar in my hair. Yeah, we had to be blindfolded to pick up the crystal, too. Because that's the best way to loot something from a statue, is to be blindfolded. Then we had to go and get, like... We had to fix the wiring. I actually still, to this day, don't know why we had to fix the wiring. Like, I don't know what that did. And then we had to go, like, repair the... God, you know what? God, I'm talking myself into it. Oh, my God. Okay, how about Benny?
You have walkthrough for Benny.
Yep. So we're going to go to the second one there. I already talked about that. I already talked that one out loud. And then Bug, because it was literally buggy. It was very buggy. Benny was buggy. Yeah, reprogram the ROM chip, go back, say, hey, let me into the thing. Oh, by the way, the only way you can go into the thing you're trying to get into is if you then talk to the robot you've reprogrammed to let you go into the thing you're trying to get into, and then saying, and I quote, "Can you help me?" And it gives you this big inspiring thing of like, only you can help yourself. You must be brave. And then you're like, all right, now that this robot that I have programmed to help me has told me I need to be brave, I can go through the door. And then we have the scene which sucked.
That's stupid.
Which I've already given a negative. 2 negatives, excuse me. Yeah, we're just going to ignore the sexual assault aspect of that scene. Because even if we ignore that, you know my opinion on that. But even if we ignore the content itself, the execution was garbage. Like, okay, sis. Oh my God, I'm confronting the man who raped me. Oh my God, what do I do? I'm freaking out. And then you get a dialogue option which says, give up or punch him. So you punch him, and then the elevator opens. You're like, oh, I guess this is where the elevator goes. In basically that tone. And the scene is never acknowledged ever again. I don't mean brought up. I don't mean like done well. I mean like it's never even acknowledged. It's just gone. I removed my glasses so he could punch me. Preferably not hard. I do have a bit of headache. At some point, my sister's gonna punch. God damn it. No, punching was a good response. That's the irritating thing. That's like the beginning of a good scene, and then it stops. That's the problem. Also, it doesn't really help that Ellen's character begins and ends with trauma bag, right? Ask or be destroyed. I care not which. For I am pure evil. Yes, yes, I created the sequel trilogy. Single-handedly. What really irritates me about this game, if I can just get real for just a second, as I'm wrapping up the audit here, is that I can actually see this being a knock it out of the park thing. Now, granted, 1995, but at the same time, I'm sorry, I keep toning up the music. I apologize. Let me just put on something that's not going to make you all hate your ears. I apologize. Here, we'll go back to this. My taste in music is terrible. I apologize. Yeah, no, this could have been like Planescape Torment. The gameplay was never going to be good, but the story could have popped. Right? It's got the bones. And I know this is 1995. We had plenty of really good story games before 1995. I was about to say Chrono Trigger. Yoshi's Island was 1995. Donkey Kong Country 2. Killer Instinct, the original. Earthbound was 1995. FF6 was already out. Like, I'm sorry. That's not an excuse, is what I'm trying to say. Like, we were into the good story era of games by that point. And yeah, the really funny thing is I don't want to say it's all Ellison's thought, or Ellison's fault. But I somehow feel like he did not contribute positively. That's what we're going to call that. Anyways, Phil Fundas, what's up? We'll jot that down for Command and Conquer 1R. Speaking of games that aren't going to score very well, but I have on this for FTL, and Xenosaga. Thank you very much, Phyllis, on this. Always appreciate it. So if you're watching this on the VOD later, Scion, please don't take this as an insult. It's just, this is a pretty solid story. That's a net positive 13 to story, which is pretty good. It just should have been so much more. Now, Blade Deval has suggested a gameplay positive, and I remember it, I just didn't acknowledge it because I got too much stuff going on in my head right now. So it's a thing where you mouse over anything you can interact with. When you mouse over it, there's a little prompt that shows you can interact with it. And I'm kind of talking myself into giving that a positive, because while that's not great in general for a point-and-click adventure game, that is a godsend. I was talking about this earlier. I can name several games that do not have that feature, and that involves just clicking around. Just clicking every single goddamn pixel. We showed that when we were doing the King's Quest games, right? That's something we've already run into. Or not King's, sorry, Quest for Glory, not King's Quest, my bad. I get the two confused. We saw that in The Dig, actually. That's another example. Yeah, pixel hunting is not fun. Having a thing saying this is interactable is a thing. So I think I am going to put that under quality of life and mouse over interactable. I'm just going to put that there. Because it's the same general concept that games do nowadays where certain things are highlighted or have a toggle to be highlighted, stuff like that. So you can see, hey, here's the thing you can use, right? I'm with that. Plus the gameplay. I'm almost sad because now we don't have a perfect 0% ratio. Oh, God. King's Quest 6 was 92. That's... King's Quest is always older than I think about it. Right, I think that's actually everything for the audit. Let me double check. A 0% would have been funny. But let me check myself here, lest I wreck myself. I will also admit there's a lot of weird for weird's sake in this game that they never bother to explain. And that's just kind of... Well, I mean, I was never going to like the game, Scion. I've read the short story. I like the game more than the short story. Make of that what you will. And there is a lot of legitimately interesting stuff here. I haven't done all my type-ups yet, but the themes of each stage are actually interesting. Even Ted actually has an interesting theme. Usage of visuals in order to inform characterization. It's really bad. Don't read it either. Usage of visuals to inform characters. That's good. I like that. And... I do like the voice acting. I really like the voice direction. I'm going to keep those at 1 each. Yeah, the short story is overtly is trauma porn, for lack of a better way to put that. It's just unpleasant. That's it. That's all. It also ends much more bleakly. Yeah, no, exactly, Blade. Like I'm willing to let that one slide because that's whatever. The short story, I don't know if I would call it lamentation. It has admittedly been long enough that I am not comfortable putting a pin in that. Sprite work was good. I already mentioned that. That was good. Lots of that going on, which I gave a positive. Okay. Double checking myself. I think that's actually it. So let's go ahead and get our numbers going here. So that is plus 13 to story, like I said. And negative 25. That is a negative number, but that's going to be pretty close to the 0 line. Let's see. So that's 27. And 26. No. 27 again. Is it really? It is. Oh my god. Oh, that's weird. Random coincidences. Both the story and gameplay axis have 27 points total. Oh god. Where are my point and click adventure games? There they are. Not really, Czar. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was Perry the game. So, I suppose it'd be more accurate to say I have no real opinion on it. So, final score, right? Plus 13 to story. That is actually pretty good. In fact, that is one of the highest story scores. Oh god, there's another donation. Primordia. Hang on, where's my list? Right, the list. I don't think I bowed, so thank you very, very much again, Sound. Well, you see, Lux, there's this thing called assholes, right? And this asshole sat down and was like, I'm going to write this story, and it's going to be so bleak and horrific, and everyone's going to call me amazing, and I'm finally going to get the praise and love that my father never gave me as a child. And that's this game. So yeah, sorry. Primordia. Just double checking. Last Train Home. That's a game I'm looking forward to. And Gourd. A day. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so plus 13 to story. Like I was saying, that is actually pretty good. That is above average for point-and-click adventure game. And is only beaten by, looks like Quest for Glory 4 and the Henry Stickmin collection, which is... Thank you. That is 1.9 positives per hour at a ratio of 70%. All those are pretty good numbers. The gameplay is negative 25. That is the worst gameplay we've ever given a point-and-click adventure game. And for the record, I stand by that. I was actually thinking about that as we were going through. I forget which, I think it was Benny's thing. As I was just sitting here with a walkthrough in hand, unable to read chat. No, Quest for Glory 4 is legit. Just doing this, right? Like, okay. And then kind of trying to do this. And it occurred to me that while I have had to use walkthroughs before in basically every point-and-click adventure game we've ever played, it was never this bad, right? It was never just me, hang on. Wait, what? Like, and I'm reading the walkthrough and it says something and it's a little bit too vague. Just a little bit too vague, and I have to check the other walkthrough to see what it says. That's 3.5 negatives per hour. And that is a ratio of 3.7%. All of those are records. This is the worst point-and-click adventure game we've ever covered, but not by much. Quest for Glory 2 and 3 both come close. So, final golden number of... Can I get a drum roll, please? Negative. Try to be shocked. 25.12. That is actually... I know this is going to sound strange. It's not actually that bad. It's still pretty close to 0. And it looks like that's going to Von Falkenstein. Now, that scored a lot better than I thought it would. Make of that what you will. It did score better than Franbeau. Now, here's the real question. And there's one last thing that I want to share. Does this game get the Black Licorice tag? I've been chewing on that all day. Von Falkenstein, put that toward Bannerlord, Phantom, Brigade, and Graveyard Keeper. Yeah, admittedly, it is kind of... It is Scion. It is kind of my call, technically speaking. I am the one who decides if it's Black Licorice, because it is Black Licorice to me. But, yeah, I don't think it is. I was fully expecting it to be. I even was talking it up that, like, this was going to be our second and last Black Licorice game. But yeah, it was very, very toned down from the short story, and it was nowhere near as awful as I was expecting it to be. Coffee? Yeah. It's not for me. But I don't think it's going to get the tag. So, yeah. Unlike Franbeau, which I'm glad people like it. I am. I'm happy with people enjoying life. We have too little good in the world as is. People need to derive whatever enjoyment they can in healthy, sane, and safe manners. But no thank you. That's the simplest. No, I'm never, ever auditing Franbeau. Either way, obviously I'm going to go ahead and chop off. I got some paperwork to do, some thoughts to type up. Hopefully at least one person will find whatever terrible, awful, no good, very bad thoughts I have to say about the game worthwhile. Otherwise, tomorrow we start Amnesia, The Dark Descent, and I can stop wearing meat colors.